Here we go. Here we go. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Sorry, just give us 1 second here.
Okay, I think we've got everyone in. Are you cool for me to force start this one, Prey?
I think so, yeah. I think so indeed. Let me just change scenes over. Alrighty, let's kick this one off.
All right, done.
Battle started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DSD 8-Way. You've got myself, Pradith, joined by Twig and Tank Tom in the casting booth tonight. That's right, Tank Tom is back for what feels like the first time in months, and we're trying out not a new map, but one that we haven't had a chance to use very often. It is too big to start on Claymore, so we're giving DSD 8-Way a go. Twig, you're the one with the most DSD 8-Way knowledge. Why don't you run us through?
You're asking me to use my memory to recall something? Not a good idea. Not a good idea at all.
Tank Tom, since you've got the second most, how about you run us through?
So we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to make a whole bunch of stuff, and then hopefully at 10 minutes we get some fireworks.
Alrighty then. So, for the real run through, ladies and gentlemen, in the middle of the map, each player has access to 4 mexes. These mexes are reasonably large at 2.9 each. They're also reasonably close. There's some nice metal in the middle of the map, and these guys are going to have the standard 10-minute no rush, but they're nice and close together, which means they can kind of work together if they want to, but it also means that they're going to have a lot of space to defend. Around the outside, loads of mexes for the peasants, but one medal each, which means you're going to need to get them, and you're going to need to work together in scale. It is super important. On the high ground, you can see there's some 2.2s up here. Peasants, as Rob the Madman has been able to work out, can grab those ones. They are quite critical to success. Peasants are going to really need to work together, because if they don't, it can be a very slow start, but if they do, a lot of units can come in at once. So this is essentially a fight on all fronts for all players, with a little bit of backup coming from the not so dry sea this time. I mean, there's no water, but there's mexes, so you know
They at least get a little bit more metal out of these ones as well. 2.5s and 2.9s in those corners, in 4 corners. And then we've also got a couple players starting with absolutely nothing, and maybe they'll be sending through some eco to those players with metal so that we can see some teching on the outside. Now, you do know at the 10 minutes it's going to be very chaotic. This is a smaller map. What's great about this lava, it's the right distance that Pork can't even reach the opponent's metals, so we don't really see any rule breaks. Not that it matters too much, because now we've got a nice tweak thanks to Random Guy Jr., so that structures do not damage other structures, they only damage units. So
Slay,
yeah, thanks for that one.
Nearly losing his commander on the left hand side down to 48% he got in the lava to get that mex.
Totally worth it.
Oh yeah, it'll heal right back up by the 10-minute mark anyway.
Yeah, what I've done on this map before, because sometimes you can't reach those mexes with, unless you walk your commander there. If I've had a constructor there, I just build a construction turret in the range of those 2.2 mexes, and then just tap it. I'll lose my constructor in the process, but it's getting built. Up on the hill, these guys have a lot of metal, so we've bumped the bonus from the usual 25-ish up to 45, because usually it's 4 versus 12. Today we're seeing a 4 versus 32.
Oh my god, I thought it was 26 when we started. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, these guys are going to have their work cut out for them.
busy up there. 'Cause
Almost,
this is going to be
yeah.
a lot of units on a very wide front that they're trying to defend. The Kings don't have any real choke points. Being
And
But
up
what
in
they're
that
going
middle
to have
section,
is a huge tech advantage.
that's true.
They
yeah,
could get
but
to
take
T3
advantage.
in this time.
Four
Like, you'd
mexes
put the pluses.
Commander.
this close at 2.9, or in this case 4.3 after the bonus, is a massive amount of metal that they have access to, and they're so close that they can help each other defend. But there's a flip side to that. It also means if one of them goes down, they are all super stuffed.
Yeah.
When
it's
it
really
gets
interesting
in
what I'm
and starts
saying.
blowing things, good luck.
Really interesting what we're seeing. Oodles is a player who's perfected the Claymore build, and he goes into 10 constructors, a shitload of wind and conversion, and manages to get way better economy than just about anyone else without detonating the commander. He kind of has started that process again, but then you go look at Smitch, who just greeted the T2 lab. His plus on metal is already up to 84.
Yeah, look, when it all comes down to what the metal value is of the mexes, starting at 2.9, which essentially means 4.3 with a 45% bonus, these mexes are pulling 16 out of the ground each. That means you need to be powering 16 converters minus that 45%, like 12 converters. With a wind on this map of between 5 and 16, that's what, 25 wind to match a mex.
Basically means you want enough wind to power your mexes rather than to run converters.
Yep. So
Interestingly, Dominus has gone into the fusion instead of the mexes, identifying that they don't have a problem with metal at the moment. They know that that wind is going to be a problem.
They have a problem with build power.
Yeah. So
Cool.
build orders completely different between all these kings, and then Mazza doing Mazza things over here. I can't really tell. It's a little bit all over the place.
He's got metal storage and living off everyone else. That's why his metal's so low.
Not not a bad idea really. Oodle's firing down that fusion now as well, so that's going to come up quite quickly. Build power really is the problem. Genuinely, I'm thinking Razorbacks and demons by the 10-minute mark if these guys
Something
make
to
that
hold off
decision.
the spam is going to be well
Yeah.
and truly needed.
Because right now we're looking at army value on the top right. It's currently infinity
Are we going to see Aphis?
times bigger.
I mean, we
Mind you,
should.
that's not many units.
Tank Tom, you remember the last time we played this? What was it that you and I went up against? With a 25 bonus, we were up against 2 fusion Aphis.
That's
This is a
right.
45 bonus, so that's very doable.
You know, I think all just fusions is probably way safer when the
Nah.
kings are this tight together.
Nah.
Like
Aphis.
Yeah,
Put them all together.
they've
Build
got enough.
Aphis in the circle in the middle together,
and surround them by converters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for a bit of space.
yeah. It'll just make
there's
it'll make
enough
your life easier in
generation
the
at this
future.
point that Aphis should be fine. As long as you've got enough build power to complete them in time. What is that?
Looking-
24, yeah.
Looking around the map, I'm actually a little scared for the peasants because we're only seeing T2 starting to come up now. And in particular, look at this bottom left-hand corner. Gok and Rob the Madman both going for a T2 lab at the same time. That's going to hurt them because, again, the T2 lab is not actually as valuable as you think on this map, because even if you T2 all of these mexes, it's going to cost you 460 metal per, and they're only going to return 4 metal each, which means that they're going to take...
I've just remembered. We played this together, and the better choice is to leave them T1.
Yep.
And just... You need to take out at least one of these kings.
Yep.
We had a similar game where we gave them a bit of a higher bonus than usual. 2 of them got huge. 1 of them we just absolutely smashed at the start, so they got wiped. So it ended up being 3 versus 12. I actually think we've set this bonus too high. These kings are...
I mean, this
nastily
Aphis is
big.
going to be up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's
this
enough
is
time to build.
T3. I almost feel like dropping a fusion into the peasants right now.
I think that would be justified.
Like the metal income, the kings are winning. We have never seen that in King of the Hill where the kings are winning at the 10-minute mark on eco.
Yeah, that means that they're fairly far in front at this point.
Do we
Let me
just make the
just,
call and
drop
drop
a
a fusion
fusion
to
down
let's give it to chronographer.
I'm also going to give one to Rob the Madman.
Okay. Let's get those plugins up. Look away, people. We're totally not cheating.
Yep.
But yes,
Live
we have
balance factors.
stuff
All
this
this.
up.
There we go.
Alright, just a
couple of
standard-
fusions drop down to help.
Fusion for chronographer. Here we go.
Yeah. Zerom got one as well. Has anyone helped the... Yeah, you've helped the top of the map. What about the top left of the
Yeah.
map?
Chrono's got one. Let's give one to IQ for
Yeah,
fun.
I'm just giving one to IQ to fun right now.
Yeah, well, maybe put it behind the base a little bit. I put Chronos in a very spicy spot.
Psycho's already getting an Aphis, so they're fine. There we go. A couple of people with a couple of fusions to match, to balance
Got
this
20
one out.
seconds left.
There we go. Comment over in the Twitch. I love this game. Sadly, I'm really bad at it. It does not matter.
Don't worry,
That's why we
yeah.
host King of the Hill. Yeah, I'm bad too. King of the Hill. It does not matter if you are bad. Just get in there and have fun.
Exactly. And
We-
the thing is, as a peasant,
we
you're one of
use
32
feminine
plus, which
direction.
means there's no worries. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10 minutes, and we're going to have the first big attack right now, but it's Kings going on to Peasants, Mazes going in with T1 and
Straight
T2.
into pounders.
That is probably the best case scenario going into the Pounders, but even then, some things might get through. Douchi, though, with some strong D-guns to clean everything up. Fiends going over the hill
Oodles is gonna be
into
a problem.
Chronographer. Chronographer does have a little bit of extra
Should
eco
get
to
cleaned
help him.
up there.
Hopefully clean it up with the Twin Guard and the Com. Possibly going to clean this one up, but a couple of Fiends might slip through. Does look like that's exactly what's happened. They walk into
Mines
the
for the
mines,
win.
though. Excellent. One Fiend, though, out and about in the map, can do a lot of damage.
Ooh. Left-hand side here, this is a whole bunch of ticks, and they are going to make it through that gap. Ah, no, commit.
Beamers.
Beamers are incredibly efficient against ticks.
Top left-hand ramp. This was my push. This is what I did when I was king on this map. Welders in front, snipers behind, and it
Good
was
use of
super
those ticks
effective.
coming into the back
But
of the snipers there.
the ticks.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
That's actually brilliant.
That is the best thing that could have happened just there. That's awesome. That one
Interesting.
Fiend that
Chronographer
got
actually
out.
kindly donated that fusion to Jellyo.
That one Fiend that got out is just running amok inside of Grump Franks' base.
20
Wizard of
kills.
Hog trying to clean it up. I think the balance is okay with those fusions. Oh my god, there's a pulsar in front of Smitch's base. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Looks
In
like
acceptable
all of the
range as
Kings are
well.
about to have
Perfectly
their
misses
Aphis
everything.
stacks. That is crazy. Oh, first big attack getting close to the Kings right now. Avalon's got himself some stouts that are moving in. Unfortunately, they've been picked up by the Fiends before they can get in.
And those
Unfortunately,
wreckages
those
were
tanks slow
brutal,
down
stopping
just a
them
little
dead.
bit on top of the hill.
And the Kings just cannot spend this metal. You can see Mazza overflowing completely on 300 metal per second when he's reclaiming there.
Plus 45 is big on this map.
Top lane, we got welders, but we got two perfectly lined up comms. How many D-guns are going to get out before these guys detonate? Oh, he's trying not to D-gun. He's trying not to D-gun his mechs. Oh, he gets it accidentally. Poor Frank.
And the ticks again. J-Frost's ticks
Saving the
today,
day.
MVP.
That's sharp.
Absolute MVP.
That's actually brilliant. Just
Mhm.
the constant line of ticks.
And we're seeing
I
them
do
being
like how
used.
he's grouping them so
Yeah.
that they're massing up rather than
That-
throwing them in. Like, he's got the lines going to through the base as it looks, but he's controlling them often enough that he's getting a mass so that when they do have an opportunity, he should be able to make the most of those.
Just look at Dominus's defense. This is how you defend against Stuffy. There's 74 pounders on the field right now. That stops almost
Yeah.
all T1 spam.
I mean, look, it's
Alright,
pretty secure
Tremor's
and it's
coming
letting
out.
him Aphis up.
Tremors are coming out.
Oh,
They're going to
no.
be doing a lot of damage against the Starlights. You can see who is that Ghost 007 with a couple of the Starlights on the south. They're going to be really annoying, and they'll slowly take out all these Pounders. But Tremors are a great answer. They outrange in the range of 1470 compared to the Starlight's piddly 950. I say piddly, but that's still a great range for a unit, a T2 unit. Speaking of Starlights, Smitch is pushing out with a devastating force right here. The only thing I think he could really, going over to player view, it'd be great if he had like a Gremlin. A Gremlin would absolutely do well at...
It'd be fantastic if you could just throw something up through this way at it.
His
Rattlesnake is up though.
He's got his energy conversion slider too low. These the Starlights keep starving of energy.
Interesting.
Also, where is the team has so much income?
These tanks are close.
Where are their pinpointers? Oh man, Rattlesnake's in range and it's targeting the Starlights. These things chain react, by the way. And it's in a good spot. Only a couple of them can hit it. Oh, I reckon it's going to be enough. Second one is up. Here we go. Here we go. The line's going to start exploding pretty soon. Nice, 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 nice. They stay up.
Gutted.
That should be enough to keep everything back for now, but these Tremors are a big problem just below that. Dominus is got the right idea, defend and then siege out in a way that can't really be stopped.
Starlight's changed their mind. If Cobalt Moon's commander goes down here...
They're so weak now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Chain reactions there. Only one left.
There are Razorbacks on the north, by the way. We'll just have to keep an eye on that.
Pressure on this top side coming out. The peasants are doing a reasonable job of at least skirmishing. The Kings haven't been able to make it off the top, but there's been a few instances where the units are getting right up near those defenses.
And now we're starting to see some breakage, even with the fantastic defense out of Rob the Madman and Cobalt Moon. The Starlights are in and they're doing damage. So are the so are all the T1 units, and they're actually getting they're actually doing a bit of self damage because all the fiends are pushing are overcasting onto the bases. That's Rob the Madman essentially pushed back for now.
Razorbacks coming in from the top right hand side here.
Ooh, Mazza's going to be in trouble. He's got a lot of T1 and only a little bit of T2. He's going to try and counter them with Quakers. Not quite what I would pick in this situation, but I guess you can get quite a few of them out. He's definitely build power starved at the moment on his T2 labs.
And this is Fishhouse Mike, our #1 subscriber on AllReasonNoLogic account for 14 months.
Thank you, Fishhouse Mike. These Razorbacks doing the damage, but only to units and defenses at the moment. Now, I've talked about this in some weeks prior, but army retention is an important factor. They're dealing damage and not letting the Kings build up a large amount of forces, and they're pulling them back for repairs. So right now we're seeing
Razorback on the northern side is going to do some damage, though.
Very true, very true. Oh yeah, it's out and about, and it's it's grabbing Jalio's fusion right now, which is not ideal.
The fusion that they didn't have at the start of the game.
The balance patch.
Balance patch, ladies and gentlemen. Balance patch.
Oh, and we've got the real damage is going to be these pawns that have found a way to get down the hill here. No pork here. We need a quick reaction. You can see right now in the background, Jalio has gone into the Razorbacks. I think what's happened here is Fish and Jalio have combined their ecos, and that's where these Razorbacks have been coming from. But I like what Oodles is doing. Not trying to get into the corner of the map because he knows that's where the most resistance is going to be. He's trying to clear the path for his other teammates.
And the thing is, if you
kind
can
of like
do
the
this...
Glitters theory with the Fat Boys, just clear the front lines out so everyone can push.
Mm-hmm. And if you can succeed with this, those Quakers are going to start putting damage on like no one's business.
And it's pulled those Razorbacks off the front line for the peasants, which means that this ramp is going to start opening up fairly significantly, whilst those Razorbacks are just going to keep on rolling around the outside, dealing a huge amount of damage.
333 kills between them at the moment.
If he can see the build power in the no, he can't see the build power. There we go, he's just seen it. Oh no,
Oh no.
Brood mogul.
No.
Oh,
so close.
and
Easy
lazy
Frax
flack.
explosion's gonna
People-
get him though. There we
There
go.
should be one tutorial mandatory for Beyond a Reason. It is how to cloak your commander.
Oh my god,
Against
you're
games,
right.
I'm so against games that have mandatory tutorials, but this one needs just that. It's literally
It's
5-second tutorial. There's a T3 unit. You've got a fusion behind you in the setup, and click this button. Now you can degun without
That's gonna be
the
interesting.
start of the
tutorial over.
the start of the campaign should be your comm having to escape a jug by going invisible and blowing it up. And the end of the tutorial and the end of the like campaign should be something similar, and it should be a
Got
callback
a
and be
Titan on the
like,
left.
it's taken shots from the snipers though, a lot of shots from the snipers.
And now it's found the mammoth as well. Oh,
don't
come on,
degun
man,
it,
do
don't
not,
degun it.
Don't de-
Oh, nice. nice. Question is that, oh no, it's died inside the range of those pulsars. That's going to be a problem. All right, so peasants have taken a decent amount of damage, but their economy is still ahead by between 12 and 30% just based off of reclaim numbers. Army retention at the moment 18%, which is up from earlier. We're going to see how this is going because the kings are out of the map, and they're in a fairly decent position, which is what we like to see.
We still have some scaling going on out of the peasants, and that's what we want to see as well. Like the kings, they're doing real damage, especially in the top right, and those Quakers are really doing huge damage. But
Not the vanguards.
slowly the peasants catch up to economy, and they've got one of the most precious resources on the map, and that's APM.
Ticks versus Razorbacks. The Ticks nearly won, even though they were a fraction of the value in the top left-hand corner. The Razorbacks left on just a fraction of health. Just so that everybody knows, equal value of metal in Ticks beats an equal value of metal in Razorbacks. It's always exciting to see it when it happens. Bottom right, though, this is the new danger zone. Demons have broken through the front lines. They are out and about and ready for business. One heroic mammoth taking one down, but it can only be in one place. Zorom getting ready to degun when needed, but one of those mammoths is getting through to a combined wind and energy converter plant attached to fusions. It does get just a tiny bit of fire off, which is going to take all of the wind out before it is taken out, and Zorob grabs the degun on that other demon. Other demons coming through. The peasants really need to find an answer. They need to find a way in, and they're going for the siege. It looks like on the top left-hand side, they're going for the
Top
siege
right,
deck.
he's trying for it.
Oh no.
Frank's. Oh, it's just been seen.
Stealth units
Just
got
been
slain.
seen.
Unfortunate
Doggy.
indeed. We do love those invisible tanks, but not this time. In fact, because it wasn't Rob the Madman, we knew it couldn't succeed. We do have a Karganeth top right that is making its way
I'd
into...
love to see a single pulsar put up here by Jalio.
I mean, Jalio does have the comm trying to corner off that Karganeth. Is going to get it. D-Gun's 2,000 metal worth of wreckage, but you got to do it. Big push,
You're
top
better off to
left-hand
lose
side.
the wreck and not lose the rest of your base.
Starlights, Razorbacks, T1, Snipers, they're throwing everything and trying to see what sticks. More really good ticks out of J-Frost, grabbing the artillery from Oodles. Nicely done. Does look like there's enough that if they push in, they could make some real damage. A secondary
Sumo's
push
on the
by...
left.
Yes,
so
so close to
tanky.
punching in.
Yep. And unfortunately, the King's not taking advantage of that happening at the same time. You really have to put the Kings on the back foot, because if you look in the bottom right-hand side, more Dominus demons coming out of the base. And unfortunately, this bottom right-hand side just has not scaled enough. Star Pirate and Moosh just not quite being able to get those T3 units to counter. Zorom's been on D-gun duty, but he's visible now, and the comm goes down. That demon is now somewhat uncontested.
I mean, ticks.
It does. Oh, the ticks get it.
They get it.
They do get it.
It's a round bonus, bro.
They do. But the economies now are much closer to even. We're looking at 12-ish% in favor of the peasants. And the Kings have got build orders for more and more APHIS in the middle of the map. They are running out of space for converters, though.
Now, what wins?
They're getting
3
to the
demons or
point
2
where
and a
they'll
bit
change
demons
out
versus all these
everyone.
Razorbacks on the top right?
Ooh. I mean, the Vanguard's going to help a fair bit. But it's
helping a
going to
lot.
be the Razorbacks, I think.
Definitely. They
Still,
are
they're getting a
not
lot
an
of
efficient trade.
the demons getting a lot of damage on. Top left hand side though, sieging their way in.
That's big.
But I think this is just opening a path for the stouts.
I do like that move command that's coming in.
Go,
That
go,
tip-
go, go.
Oh, he's doing all the
Push.
stouts. That's going to take.
All at
This
once. Go.
everyone should go now, right now.
Go now, go now.
I know. Oodles is going to.
Oodles, your comm is in prime position right
No.
here.
That'll.
Oh
Oh,
my
just stay
god.
inside the bubble. Thought he was going to just stay inside the bubble.
that'll go.
It's a
Oh, I thought it was going to go to the collapse. There we go.
There's a hole. There's a hole, ladies and gentlemen. Find the hole.
The collateral damage.
Mm-hmm.
I like the inclusion of the ambassador in here.
Yeah,
That's
that'll help punch
fantastic.
through
He
those
will
shields.
go through the shield.
Yep.
You just need to land a shot. He's just blind fired.
Oh,
Unfortunately, hit the T3 lab.
And now it's being pushed right back by the Razorbacks when there's enough vanguards here. Unfortunately, this push has muted out a little bit. King's still in favor. The peasants doing their
Are they
best
though?
to.
The Kings are
The
kind
peasants
of
are doing
not
a reasonable
outside.
job of keeping them contained up there.
Yeah.
Eco is in the advantage of the Kings though, and they do have Titans. Quite a few Titans too.
And that's what I'm looking at. Their Titan pushes. These could be supported by T1 units, would be in a that Kings would be in a very good spot right now. Still being held on the top. It's all a good time.
Those Shivas flanking the top right are going to do a bit of work up there.
But they're also going to get vanguarded.
If they get seen.
They've definitely been seen. You can see they're engaging directly with the Razorbacks.
I do like that Razorback going in for the surround there.
Mm-hmm. Razorbacks really strong against Shivas in low numbers. The Shiva missile can be quite strong against Razorbacks if you don't micro them, but the actual AoE shot, not so much.
Yeah, three Titans are moving towards the top left of the map. A commander goes down. Ligerian is in perfect position. Double D gun. Gets the triple. Yes, he
Nasty.
does. That makes a
Nasty.
huge difference. And now there is a single Titan on the peasant side over here. That could just about walk straight in, you know. There is no commander up there.
On the
Closest
right-hand
commander,
side,
Smitch and
though,
Leza.
demons are out and catapults are destroying defenses, so more and more damage is being done to the peasants bit by bit, and the peasants are just not quite managing to get the damage on the Kings. However, it'll only take one real hit to break the Kings. They've got so much eco that one exploding Aphis is going to cause a lot of damage.
At this point, just getting to a conversion stack is going to do a hell of a lot of... Just
I
getting
wanna see-
in when there's this much artillery in the bases is going to be absolutely devastating, regardless of whether you do the damage or not. If you die next to something, then the shells that rain after the fact are probably going to take it out.
I want to see some arbiters or something just firing randomly inside the donut. Just
if you
from
can
just
put 'em up there, push 'em
everyone
in.
just get one or two. That'd be pretty sick because the Kings are restricted on space, very restricted on space.
Ominous with the demons and the catapults down the bottom right. Only King that's currently out in a big way. And I think he's just about to find this corner eco.
Managing
Maybe.
to stay away from the
Have you?
comm, which is nice.
There you go. He's seeing it. He's going for it.
Top right is going to be some juicy D guns here in a second, I expect.
Ooh, yeah, I see it. I see it. Inexorable Raven has a pole position right now, but whether or not he can act on it, who
Oh,
knows?
Dominus is getting this Aphis down the bottom right. That's corner gone.
That's corner gone, and they were just starting to get enough eco to really play. Unfortunately, it is. This is going to be all over Red Rover for this bottom right corner, which is going to open up a huge amount of, I guess you could say, space and APM for Dominus to start helping another lane. This could be the tipping point we've been looking for.
It
I
means
feel like
the
if those
Kings rather than
Titans
having to go
don't
through
do their things, out of the peasants need to pretty much walk in those three Titans at the top left, but they need to heal them too.
Interestingly, they've decided to leave one of the ecos alone. I think that's just a micro mistake. The bottom right. Oh no, those Shivas that we were talking about as a potential D-gun target, they're now wreaking havoc inside of Gamer NL's base. Vanguard's doing a good job of cleaning
Jelly
them up.
needs
Jelly
his
doing a
one
good job
pulsar.
of cleaning
He's just
them up.
dropped it as I've said that.
It's time to defend. Question is, will it come up fast enough, and is it in the right position? With the comm just there, I reckon it is, and the Vanguard's cleaned up. But as I said, the force multiplier of Dominus, now that he's cleared his section, is now coming down to help the bottom left-hand side. That's going to pull forces from the front. There's a great spread of T1 units, catapults, and demons down here. A lot of the snipers that would have been good to clean this up were just picked off in a very quick fashion, and so these demons are going to start marching through. Question is, will this Thor come up in time to try and stop it? I don't think it will.
I think he's going into Juggernaut now as well, that he's cleared his corner of the map.
What do you think? What do you think on the Juggernaut call? I find that it's usually always too early to pick a Juggernaut.
I think... Yeah, there's too many comps
What's
still.
the Jug counter at the moment that you need to deal with?
Exactly. I think you're better off with... I think there's a lot of things you're better off with. Titans, I kind of get, but even then, you're spending a lot of metal to get something which is very degunnable at the moment. Oh, catapult on the left-hand side by its Stalinix. Getting a decent shot into defenses. It's moved up and it's aiming for Smitch's bot lab. Straight through the defenses right there. Thing is, what you need is deeper than that. It right now can't hit anything of value, but it's not far off, and because it fired off onto the bot labs, it's been identified, and now it is being mass targeted. Gotta try and get the shots where they count.
I would love to see that walk in with a jammer and just get close enough. One long range hit into the middle of the base off of a hold fire will almost certainly chain react all those converters.
The fringe
Finally,
defending the bottom left hand corner.
One Shiva left over, and that should get cleaned up by the ticks, to be honest. But now the Juggernaut with another 17 Shivas on their way.
And you know what? Even though I was complaining about the Juggernaut's actually quite a good unit to break this front, because it's being defended by rattlesnakes. And what can rattlesnakes do nothing against? A Juggernaut.
Each shot
the
for being
Juggernaut.
1%.
If anyone's seen that movie, you know how to finish that line. Does it look like the force multiplier that is Dominus having cleared out his lane?
There is a Peasant's Juggernaut.
Oh my
and
god!
Titans.
Oh my god!
Just
It's already basically in self-D range to destroy
There's
most of the
multiple
map.
Jugs up there now.
It's gonna get in. There's nothing here to stop that. Oodles is too
Oodles
far away.
commander.
As long as it just doesn't...
Oh,
Why
no.
is it stopping?
Punch it
Just
deep.
don't stop.
Get
You're
in.
fine.
Just don't
He just
stop.
needs to go
Keep the
around that
spam
stuff.
running. Run the Jug into the middle. Doesn't matter what you hit, you're gonna hit something explosive.
Why is it
Die
not
where it
being
counts.
Control D. Control D. It's close enough. If it's
Into the
self-D,
middle.
Oodles is gonna get it. Oodles has got it. It doesn't. Oh, it's only
It's
build
open
power.
though. There's no defenses in that
Yeah,
window
but
anymore.
just kept moving.
All it had to do was Control D earlier. Oh well, that's right. It's opened everything up. The threat is there. The build power, a lot of the build power is down for Oodles. Damage has been done to the King's economy for the first time this game, and all that needs to happen is something needs to capitalize on it. But bottom left hand side, the peasant's time is running out. If Dominus can swing up, it's going to be all over, because then the peasant's going to have to split fronts.
Opening up even more of this left hand side here.
It's pretty much
All
a
of
race
these
between this
T1 towers are
behemoth
going down.
and Juggernaut getting in versus Dominus sweeping around the corner.
We've got another big attack on the right hand side. It's not coordinated quite right. The Razorbacks have gone in on their own, and they've all been Mazed. Mazed does go down though, so there's not going to be a second comm to clear this up. Another big threat coming up into Maz's base could be all it takes. New Juggernaut coming. from I Kill You for Fun, heading straight towards the Oodles economy.
Good catch.
Com is still there though. Bottom of the map, real quick, has been completely taken over. No defenses. Peasants, you actually need to go full offense here. You can't even try to defend from the bottom.
Yeah,
It's
this is
here,
make or
it's
break.
do
at
or
this
die.
point. You either get in, or it's over.
Yep.
I actually prefer the Juggernauts than the Behemoths. The Behemoths just taking too long
they're
to
too
get
slow.
here.
They're too slow. And it looks like there is too much defending this for the Juggernaut to get up the ramp. I reckon this is GG.
Commander destroyed.
I reckon this one is GG. The Kings have had quite a lot of threat put on them, but it's been just enough. The force multiplier of 2 Kings being uncontested in the bottom of the map now is going to
That's
make
gonna be
all the
Oh no,
difference.
devastating.
the
when that
Jug needs
blows.
to get out of there.
That
It
jug
would have been better
is
if the
going
blue-
to cause a lot of damage. Jugs can never retreat, ladies and gentlemen. Jugs can never retreat. Oh, you know how you were saying you prefer the Jug? Well, right now there's a Behemoth in the middle of all the Vanguards. Behemoths one-shot
that's
Vanguards.
nice.
If they,
I do
target
like
They
them.
miss.
I was
If
gonna
they
say I do like
target them.
charging at the middle, but it's gonna become a non-issue.
It has been taken care of.
Oodle's doing so much work with that commander.
Why has no
That
one
was-
taken away Oodle's commander?
Suddenly,
Commander
it's looking quite a sad situation for the peasants. I say suddenly, but Dominus has been working his way around that map
Hmm.
for the best part of the last 15 minutes.
Do I need to take away Oodle's commander?
Just as they're about to leave, I mean, you can put a Juggernaut right in the middle of the map if you feel fit. I do like a nice explosion.
self-destructed. Commander destroyed.
All right.
Did you
ladies.
remove it?
Yeah, I did.
You should have detonated it. Make it fun.
I wasn't gonna detonate someone's base. All right, last ditch attempt. This right hand side, I reckon. Big pack of Vanguards with the catapults. Can they secure the wind from the right as
Take
the
it
left
down.
is detonating this big pile of wind here from J Frost? I think this might have actually been a gift. Is now all coming apart. It is. It is going to be the right side against the world right now. Everyone against the large stack here. Can they break in? They've actually got a decent shot. Lots of Razorbacks, lots of Shivas, lots of catapults, lots of Vanguards. Not too much in the way of units. Most of the army is elsewhere. All they really have to do is get past this big chunk of Shivas, and they might be able to get some retributive damage. But again, the Vanguards are pulling back. Gamer NL, you've got to push those forward when the game is nearly over.
Yeah, you're just going to be the last to lose. That's all.
Yes.
There's no winning.
You
got
have to
choice
give it a
of
go. Give it a
Potentially
good shot.
1% chance of winning. 1%, maybe 1 in 1,000, more like it.
This is where you start playing
But
tic-tac-toe
the
and hope
odds
that your max
and doing
range
nothing.
blind fire lands on something explosive.
And the shields deflect and bounce on? Or do
Oh
they
yeah,
absorb?
they could be. Oh
Yeah. If
there
you can
could
bounce
be
off the
some.
top of those,
All
oh,
you'd have to do is bounce into this section here, and it would be game over. I mean, if you could beat the army value. Unfortunately, though, I just don't think it's going to happen. The Vanguards couldn't even walk in fast enough anymore for it to happen.
I keep on forgetting just how solid sumos are.
They've had a buff recently.
What's the capital ship called? There it is.
Epoch.
The Black Hydra.
Who just put in 1,000 Juggernauts?
That would almost certainly have been Nightmare. That's a lot of metal right there. That's a lot of metal right there. But it does look like the it does look like the
Only
Kings have
1.76
finally
million.
made it in. Not even a Black Hydra could hold this off.
Commander destroyed.
Oh, and mate scenes with Beach Daz. Beach Daz, bro. Beach Daz, bro.
Alright, which king is going to self-D?
Commander destroyed. Commander destroyed.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it does look like the game is over. Hope everybody has enjoyed this one. This was actually a pretty damn good showing of
Destroyed.
this is a pretty damn good showing of DSD 8-way. Let us kick on to the next one. If you enjoyed this one on YouTube, if this ends up as a video, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Massive thank you to everyone that watched live and played live. We're going to jump into the next one.
Right,
So,
well,
what
they
did you
get set
guys-
up on throne. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I apologize for getting the bonus wrong. That was totally...
I thought it
Perfect.
worked pretty well with the balance patch.
Yeah, we only applied that at the 8-minute mark, so it wasn't like it was realized very much either.
But it led to being pretty even.
All right, we're going to Krakatoa, it looks like. I don't mind that. We missed out last week. But we probably need another 10-ish peasants. We can wait a couple minutes while they get set up. While we do that, I'm going to check my calendar to see if I can get away with not going to work tomorrow because I'm sick.
Coming down sick, are you?
No, I actually am. It doesn't sound like it yet, but I have no voice by the end of tonight. The lozenges are in my throat. Damn it. Too many important meetings. Alright, we're up to 52. We do need... Ah, yes, Tom's going to be in the middle testing out that new PC. I take it
Nice.
that last game didn't lag at all for you, Tom?
No, I didn't even notice when there was the 100 jugs or whatever it was dropped in.
Alright, what have you got now? And then in the comments, who has a better PC than what Tom's got now?
It's a 9800 X3D and
Good choice. Got one too.
what's my graphics card again? Had it out. I want to say it's
You
a
have a
9700 XT.
7800. Oh, you have a 7900 XT. That is what you have. That is what you have indeed.
I'm guessing you've done the same as me and not get too much RAM because it's so bloody expensive.
Way too bloody expensive.
Yeah, I only got 32 because I couldn't justify. Whilst I've made a bit on the current project I'm working on, I haven't made enough for that to be viable in the current environment.
But sorry, what was your graphics card? I got AMD. You've got
He's got an AMD 7900 XT.
How's that compared to the 9070?
Probably better.
9070 XT versus 7900.
Oh wow, 54 people. Nice. What's the bonus we're going for on this one? 45s, it looks like.
It looks like they should be fairly even.
Are we talking about the game or the graphics cards?
The graphics cards, I was just looking
Yeah,
them
I'm
up.
just reading it too. I got an outperform on mine by only a little bit. You got more VRAM though.
Yes. And that is sometimes important, sometimes not.
Hey, Tiger. Oh, is that a whole bunch of... What is that?
Those are all bits, I think.
Cheered.
Thank you very much for
Thank
the
you.
cheers. Now, while these guys are comparing graphics
What a
cards,
lad.
let's have a quick look through the chat.
It's not all we compare.
New map, yes, DXT 8-way. We've done it before, but not at that scale, and it worked pretty well, even though it needed a balance patch. Newt Newt, Tank Tom, Newt Newt. General Rio, we did try to cover this at the beginning of the game, but at the end of the day, if you want to play, you're always welcome. There's plenty of places in Peasants to give it a go, and the nice thing is it's asymmetrical, which means that it doesn't feel like PvP, it feels like smart versus AI. Good boy Teddy, base build against AI, that is how we started as well.
This has got a
Stuart
very
Williams,
similar
hot
sort of
fix.
feel to it.
Gandalf is offering that they have a bar academy, so they've got some good stuff out there. Check them out. We also do shorts if you're interested that explain some bits and pieces. We should probably do a short on how to cloak your damn commander and destroy a juggernaut. That'd be a good one.
Normally it's something that I remember as your comms under fire and half dead, and you're like, ah.
Good boy Teddy, we currently are streaming at 1440p. 1080p is region locked, is what is our understanding of it. Some regions can have it, some don't. If we were to stream at 1080, then it would be available everywhere, but because we're streaming at 1440, there's something to do with 720 being the next step down or something along those lines. We have not worked out how to fix that one. King Jaos, when are these events, which days? So King of the Hill happens every single Sunday at the same time, which is Australian time around about 8:30 p.m. There is I think that's the link there to the bar school, so if you enjoy that one, feel free. Zarom, did my best to try and stop the breakout. We watched you. You did a great job. Unfortunately, Dominus was just too hard to contain. There's okay, General Rio, there's a peasant that's level 30. Why is he not a king? Anyone can be a peasant. Anyone can be a king as well. It just comes down to who wants to play what. At the end of the day. And I think we're caught up. Oh yeah, that's true. We do prefer that kings have at least some experience, because when you're a peasant, you're 1/40th of the team or thereabouts. When you're a king, you are a very large part of it. While this one's still setting up, I thought I'd take the time to plug Commanders Down Under, 25th of October this year. It's going to be a 1v1 tournament, 64 players. As you can see by our amazing graphics update, the prize pool has been increased. Join the Discord. When you log into bar, that's what that message is at the start. So always a always a great thing to do. Anyone who's in Sydney, we would highly recommend attending. If you're close to Sydney, we'd also recommend it as well. If you're one of the best players in Australia, yep, flying down may not be an option, but if it is, might be a good opportunity to win some prize money.
And hey, if you're a multi-billionaire and on the other side of the world and can justify spending the money, come down as well.
Yeah, that too.
It's
that
also
too.
a cool venue.
Yeah.
I was there a few months ago for a buck show. Good fun.
So good times all around. Alrighty, let me clear some of that. I think we're probably pretty ready to kick this one off.
Just waiting for the last of the players to move outside the circle.
We'll see if I can work this out.
Battle started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Krakatoa, where we've got 9 kings against 54 peasants. Joining me in the casting booth, we have Tank Tom and Twig, who are currently arguing over who has the best PC, and that definitely isn't an argument over compensation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the big thing, the most important thing, the thing that everybody needs to understand about this map. The kings start with this lovely geo right here. Let's circle that lovely geo right here. That is a fantastic tool for accelerating your economy. However, it's in range of things like arbiters, and also the peasants are going to know where it is. By the 10-minute mark, this should be a prude or a geo gun. Please make sure it is, because we watch this game go quite downhill if those ones are all left as T2 geos. Now, middle of the map's pretty interesting as well. No mexes, but plenty of geo spots and some metal reclaim. These guys have got to scale, and they've got to scale hard because they are the equalizing force that can come ripping down these passages and help save a king, because the kings are under a lot of pressure. Pressure from the high ground, pressure from the front, pressure from the top. The whole lot. It is easy for the peasants to get in. Now, Twig, you're one of the aficionados of Krakatoa. What do you reckon, kings or peasants?
I'm going to go peasants only because the king up the top of the hill is, no offense to this, lowest OS, 6, but you can just see by their build order at the start not going into the right things. You really want to just be straight away going into those geos, and I reckon this player, despite having a, oh wow, actually bonus is huge. Bonus is absolutely huge. 45. We often do this in the 20s. I'm changing my mind. It's going to be the kings win. But yeah, usually this player is the difference up on the top of the hill. They can go and patch all the gaps, anyone that falls straight away. But yeah, the bonus that we're seeing, which I think we saw last 2 weeks ago as well. Equal highest bonus we've applied on Krakatoa. The Kings won that one quite easily. It was against more players as well. So good luck to you, peasants. Please get tactical early on. Please commie your ecos to give these guys a run for their money up on the hill. A few new names though. We are
I've just
seeing
noticed Tank Tom in the top right hand corner king's position. That means if we need to do a balance patch, we might give all the players in the top right fusions.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Fusions or epic commanders, either
Oh,
or.
actually, we should give them APHIS. Now, somebody's
We should
actually
give them.
asked in
We should give the
chat-
peasants an APHIS in Tom's base. That's what I think.
He could capture it. Somebody's actually asked in the chat, what is how does the bonuses work? So let's explain that one. As you can see in the bottom right hand side, these kings have a plus 45% here. That means they're getting 45% more income across the board. So from a metal extractor, they're getting 2.8 instead of what they should be getting, which will be 45% less than that. It depends on whether you have the peasant selected or if you have the king selected. You can see it changes how much metal they're getting, though I'm not really seeing it happen properly. That's right. It also then increases the amount of wind you're getting. So right now it says that the wind is at 16. Wind is coming out as 16. They're getting 45% more than that. When they convert, they're getting 45% more, so 1.45 metal per 70 energy spent. This stacks because you're getting an increase on how much income you're getting from the wind, and then you're converting more of that into more metal, so it exponentially scales.
Exponential, baby.
Exponential, baby. Which means that gives the kings that little bit of an edge in the early game, because every second you can cut out earlier on in your build order, the further you scale in this first 10 minutes. The further you scale, the more metal you have to continue scaling whilst doing stuff. An example is if you've got one APHIS and it takes one APHIS worth of metal to defend, well, then you're going to stagnate. If you've got two APHIS and it takes one APHIS worth of metal to defend, then you've got a whole nother APHIS worth that you can devote to scaling your economy, which means that after about another minute and 25 seconds, you'll have your second scaling APHIS, your third scaling APHIS about 40 seconds after that, your fifth one about 29 seconds after that, and it just keeps going and going and going. So the peasants need to keep applying more and more pressure to stop those kings from scaling. Similarly, a lot of peasants around the outside of the map. That means that they can scale just by sheer numbers of doing whatever they please, but even better if they work together. Look down here at this Dominus, Psycho, and Inexorable Raven corner right here. T2 Lab already. They've got the T2 constructor going around building those advanced mexes. These guys are working together to make it happen, and hopefully we'll see some big attacks out of them straight away.
On the bonus as well, like I kill you for fun, has said in chat, also means we love you that percentage more. So yes, we love the kings 45% more than the peasants this game.
That is true. That is true indeed. Just like over here, we've got Zerom. Looks like Zerom is working with the Fringe, and we love Zerom very much. We also love the Fringe very much, and we love that they work together, so they get a 45% love bonus.
Ooh, over in the Twitch chat, I've just noticed the I must have applied the 1 year rewards because we've got the dancing ARNL logo and the Pingu.
Yes, yes. Excellent, excellent. We are not completely useless. All right, so a couple of other things real quick because we've sort of run off on tangents on this one, which happens, you know, streaming is what it is. No air, that one's a pretty standard one. 10-minute no rush. And here's the big one: don't use structures to fight one another, use them for defensive purposes only. So don't target structures with structures, build them outside of each other's ranges. That is the best thing you can do. 3 minutes to go, and economy right now is pretty heavy, decently in favor of the kings, about 10%, give or take the reclaim. Middle of the map, we're not quite seeing much in the way of oh god, why does this keep happening? If you're in the middle of the map, you don't need a prude. You don't need a prude if you're in the middle of the map. You need advanced geos.
Speaking of advanced geos, has anyone? Oh no, top left, Boss Vega has built the advanced geothermal power plant.
Oh
So
yeah,
they're
baby.
being built, and Tank Tom as well. Tank Tom built one.
Hey, I built one when I played in this last, and it was the strategically correct decision because I turned it into the prude before it could be destroyed. I call that a win.
Fair call. Fair call indeed. at least we're not seeing any Cerberus, so we have absolutely nerfed them, like to make them pretty much pointless for how much they cost.
Now, I kill you for fun, J Frost. I'm seeing your messages in chat. Thank you very, very much for the hype, for all of the engagement. We hope your builds go very, very well. Alrighty, just over a minute to go, and we're seeing defenses coming down for a lot of these players. Tank Tom has got his first Scorpion just coming up now. Scorpions, always we talk about the T1 defenses as being better than the T2, at least for early game, but the Scorpion is something I do quite like, and a couple of those are good as long as you mix them in with other things as well, like the Sumos. These things are tanky, they now dish a decent amount of damage, and they are a fantastic equivalent to defenses, so really good choice just there. Oh, does look like we've got a Persecutor in the middle of the sorry, that has been built a little bit forward. I'm gonna have to pop that one out. Sorry to do this one.
That's Avalon. Sorry, Mr. Arxalot in chat.
Yes, there you go. Sorry about that one. It is unfortunate, but we do have to apply the rules evenly for everyone.
All right, I'll add a new one just to be kind.
That's actually not a
one,
bad
though.
policy, because that one was definitely not an intentional rule break. It's just a thing. All right, so 10 minutes. Lava is dropping, and where have we got ourselves a first attack? It does look like on the left hand side units are building up out of Guy 2 and the Fringe. Doesn't look like they're going in just yet. There is a slight rule break here where we do have a defensive Persecutor that is shooting a radar tower. I'm going to ignore that one because that is well and truly far enough back. I don't think it's a legitimate problem. In the bottom of the map, though, we do have an attack coming. Question is, what's it going to do? We do have Persecutors that are going to be in range soon. We don't have anything super vulnerable, but we also don't have anything that can counter this just yet. Pounders will not deal with Recluses that well, and it looks like the Recluses have finally run into range of a Scorpion. They've been detected now. Banishers are firing back on them. Where are they going, though? It does look like they're heading straight up. They should be able to grab that Scorpion, and once they have, they should be free running. Where are they going to go? Pounders coming to try and intercept, but again, Pounders do not have the range for this.
If Dominus goes right into the middle of the map, he's going to be able to get there unless there's a reaction. I don't think that pharmacist in the middle is realizing what's happening here. Going into T3 off of 4 prudes. One of the lowest ecos, in fact, for the peasants. In fact, he has the lowest eco of the peasants. So obviously hasn't played this position before, knowing that you really need to get those advanced geos. It makes a huge difference.
Does it look like it has tried to push out into the defenses of the Fringe, but those walls doing a great job. Tank Tom, on the other hand, he was up against walls, and unfortunately those walls don't stop T1 or T2 units, and because he went on the sumo rampage and now he's got arbiters in the back, got quite a lot of firepower to break through and not a lot of response coming out of this corner. I gotta say, we need to see someone breaking up and in, because every single bit of economy destroyed is going to be a problem. Spiders trying to get their way into the middle. Thankfully, Pharmacist has built himself dragons more. Unfortunately, though, for It's Alex, it's a problem right now.
And those 2 Dominus Spiders, they're going to be taking out Selanax's entire backline base.
Oh god. It's in range of the build power now. It could be eaten. Just takes a response right here to eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Target the build power.
Oh my god, Dominus, what are you doing, Dominus?
That's definitely that's nasty. And the conversion too. There we go. That spider doing a lot of damage right now. Oh dear. It's going to be cleaned up by ticks, but that's a lot of damage. Tank Tom out on the map. No response just yet. Oodles is getting himself a
Oh
rattlesnake,
no, top left.
but top left. Oh, top left.
Fuel is in. There is a single defensive bulwark here.
And again,
But those spiders probably can just bypass this base and go and do damage elsewhere.
Look, bulwarks are great, but they're also super expensive. The opportunity cost of a bulwark is a lot, and you can kind of tell by what's in the base right now. It is just the advanced geo and some storages. Unfortunately, not going to be enough economy-wise. Does it look like, though, is potentially going to be clean? Oh, Webbers look like they're super effective against ticks.
Speaking of super effective, oh yeah, wow, Webbers, cool. Frank's DK is doing really well on the north. They're taking out a few peasants already with these Razorbacks. Not over-investing in economy, just enough to get out there and do real damage.
I feel like this game is a real mix of right players, right place, if that makes sense. Tank Tom had the units and was up against a reasonably undefended lane, so now he's out and about. Thule sending the units straight down the gap and finding the player that had invested too heavily in a bulwark. Gap in between Rustox and Daoshi.
Franks is going to lose his Aphis if he doesn't watch out.
I don't even think it's an if he doesn't watch out. I think it's going to be lost no matter what. That's too many recluse.
And that's the T3 stopped.
Completely. Build power and Apis gone. All energy except for that Brood gone. It is recoverable though, because there is one build turret left, which means that you can at least utilize that for something. Tank Tom, Potatoes, spiders over the hill into what was, I don't know who that one was, they have left, but termites over the hill helping with the Tank Tom siege. Tank Tom is really out there in force. That early game T2 paying dividends. This is why it's so important to hold the gaps. If you don't, it allows for all the players that are not ready to be taken out, and each one that gets taken out is a really big problem at 10 minutes. Looks like Tank Tom might even be on the roadmap to destroying the entire right-hand corner.
We can just see Potato coming up as well with those termites to help. It was a really nice touch taking out that one commander. This is a game of spiders. Spiders now on the left out of the fringe, trying to get in and take out this Aphis before it's up, but there are welders up there to defend this one at least.
They're also super spread out, so they've been taking anything which has been doing damage to them has been able to just go target to target to target to target. A really unfortunate spread just there.
Oh, is this one gonna find the... No, there's a pulsar.
Pulsar good defense at this stage in the game. And while that's going on, we do have the catapults with the Karganeths in front of them marching up and out. First con down, Land Raiden, the new hope for defense against Daoshi Bag. We do have a high ground Tremor, but Tremor's not so good against units. They're more of a sieging unit.
You know what? We were talking about Tank Tom now having a better PC. I think it's made him a better player. He's definitely done the most damage on the map. Right at the top of the damage dealt there, by far. Almost 100k ahead.
You've got to keep your unit firing. Always be on the front line.
Big spider push over the wall at the bottom of the map for Avalons. Unfortunately, he's run straight into a defensive line of Sheldons and Sumos. They do seem to be on the same control group though, so the Sumos are not getting out in front of the Sheldons, so the Sheldons taking a bit of extra damage where they probably wouldn't have otherwise needed to, because the tin cans just not quite being effective here. But at the end of the day, it has been pushed back for only a little bit of conversion, so nice and strong. One of the problems that's coming up though, Rustox has just been pumping units out, and he's building up a pretty big force of Quakers. He's got the Pounders coming in force in front of them to keep them alive. Just a waypointing issue, honestly. The Pounders seem to just stop when they get to about here, so they're not actually fighting effectively. But it's a lot of economy, and it's building up a lot of army value, so potentially great news. Army value currently 50% in favor, as Tank Tom's units just keep marching around the top left of the map. This time Sheldon's in front of the Arbiters. That does make that formation particularly vulnerable to T1, but at the moment there's not enough T1 coming for it to be a big issue just yet, and the Arbiters have been laying down the hurt.
Thank you for the cheer, Kota.
Oh, Kotek, thank you for the 100 bits. Massive thank you there, and shout outs. We appreciate you, and we hope that we're providing you some enjoyment on this Sunday night.
I love that Tank Tom's still on the top left as well, just playing with those Sheldons and the Arbiters. Obviously his cursor just appeared on my screen, meaning he completely forgot about them and had them there just somehow being effective without realizing it.
They've been dancing back and forth. They've been doing their job. More Arbiters, and this time protected by Sheldons and Sumos, starting to make their way towards the right-hand corner. Tank Tom's done the important thing of clearing a lot of the space around the hill, and now is free to really engage up and out into what we usually refer to as a dry sea. I don't think there's going to be anything to stop this, to be honest. A couple of snipers are coming out.
The bonus was huge. I do apologise, peasants, but having said that, it's been close. It's just Tank Tom broke out, and then that's now followed by Franks and Potato breaking out.
The really big, one of the big deciding factors was the defense that Tank Tom was up against was 84 walls and a comm.
Sorry, I'm looking down at Rustox's base. There is a single unit in that base that cannot move because it's just in range. It's trapped. It's like, I'm here, but I can't leave.
Now. That's excellent. Oh, there's a gap. Nah, it's too late.
This is was it Frogger across the road for the max?
Oh man, that's a deadly game of Frogger right there. But yes, with unfortunately, depending on how the players align, a more passive player in Tom's position probably would have ended up not having the same level of advantage Tank Tom has, because the defenses just weren't there for him to fight against. And that gave him a free kill on most of the players, which is really good identification.
Tom, though, the one mistake. He's doing well. Needs way more build power to build his units. I'd almost, just as a top, just throw a lab up near your build power on the top of the hill to utilize that while your max is out.
Not even spending half of his metal earned, but the rest of the team is, so it's not going to waste, it's just not going into his advance. Does look like Tank Tom has been somewhat slowed down, but
where the build power is, bro.
He does have the option to keep pushing in, but the units are starting to build up in force, so it is certainly slowing down. Now, the next question is, what can the... Oop. I feel like that defensive catalyst was about to be a problem, but it got taken out by Karganeths on the left-hand side. Those Kargis just managing to massacre the Scorpions and are now marching straight through Aluminium Forge's base. Lots of damage here. Two comms coming up to try and deal with this though. Both of them invisible, and they're in radar jammer range, so nothing's going to be seeing them. Really nice D-gun out of Aluminium Forger, managing to grab all of those Kargis in one go. Army value was up by 50% for the Kings. It's now dropped to 20% in favor of the peasants. Economy, bang on equal. So even with all the damage Tank Tom's done, peasants are still well and truly in this one, because they've also managed to force the peasants mostly back into containable corridors, and we're seeing one of the first Kings really getting sieged down right now. Daoshi is under fire right now, with vanguards coming in and not a lot to deal with it right now. Trying to build a juggernaut, not sure if that's the right call here, but if you can get it out, it might be just enough to walk through into those vanguards. But in the meantime, the T1 is doing what it can.
If
but
only
it is
there was
T1.
a Razorback in front of this.
Yeah,
God.
Razorback maybe, but it does look like those vanguards are now in range of the T3 lab. They're destroying the Persecutor, and once that Persecutor is down, potential damage right there. They are going for the Prude. Not a bad choice, but it's definitely not a T2. It's definitely not a T2 geothermal explosion. Those prudes do not have the explosion. Still, the Vanguard's doing a nice job here, and only losing a couple of them to some incidental damage. Back onto the Shivas. The Juggernaut was deemed to be not coming out soon enough, and we have some fringe Vanguards, which are actually detrimental right now to the Gamer NL Vanguards. In fact, I think that is those really need to be target fired because they're firing onto those ticks. We do now have the Fiends helping clean that one up, but I don't know, this attack has potential, but it's just not landing just yet. It's giving time for the rest of the map to do its thing, and do its thing. It is on the right hand, just below that. Rustox in the bottom of the map has got all of his termites over into the back of the base. Termites using their all-terrain ability to attack Epic Tyrannus from unexpected angles. Com coming in to deal with this, but the Com has been spotted now, which means those termites going to be cleaning up. No, managed to get invisible, but that is leaving the Aphis as a vulnerable point. Dio Brando's taken the Com, but not before the economy goes down. Peasants getting chipped away.
Uplift King. Just want to talk about this, King. Interesting tactic. No energy production. Entirely, apart from that one spicy geo, entirely living off of energy storages. Any energy captured is going to this player. They currently have storage of 694,000 energy.
I mean, I guess it seems to be working for them. I don't like it.
Out. They got a single jug out. Let's see how quick it dies to a D gun.
I mean, well, Nor is running away from it, so maybe not. Also, not invisible. There we go. Just triggered onto cloaked.
He's watched our tutorial.
And this is why.
This is about to be the biggest waste of metal in the
game. Shit.
Shit. Just keep walking. Let's see what you can do, bro. Just keep going.
There's no counter radar, so can't really walk into that. But man, just man, that's.
The same's going to happen on the bottom, on the left-hand side. Farm assist is going in with their Juggernaut now too.
Gents, I love all of you, but man, 29,000 metal, throwing it away is not going to help you.
There we go, bottom left. We have our first King's base potentially about to fall.
Fiends
in. All pork's been taken out apart from the top left.
Dashi coming in to try to clean that one up. Just tracking this Vanguard over here. Giu is just in time to come clean it up. Just about in range, and that's a free Juggernaut right there. Glory to Hypergriff. Alrighty, does look like that attack to Daoshi has been pushed back, but Daoshi is on limited time and limited economy, and this is the worst part. Rustox, who's been on the offensive rampage, is now diverting most of his forces to defend. So that's going to give a massive reprieve on this right-hand side.
I just want to jump into the top right where Tank Tom has realised that he kind of left the entire top right to do nothing.
Now he's here, and he's in with a good chance of destroying quite a lot of these, quite a lot here. Oodles. The Com has been spotted, gets 2 D-guns off, but that leaves 1 demon, and it's only gonna take 1 demon to absolutely Shrek those Aphis. That is GG to this top right-hand corner, I reckon. Oodles being the last thing left here, and he can only pump out as many units as he can pump out. And there are... Oh, actually, this has been defended. I reckon this has been defended, at least for now. But that is half the economy there, and Tank Tom's going to keep coming in force. We do have a large force from the peasants coming to try and cut this one off. Hopefully we'll see that, but it is going to leave this front weak, and it does look like Franks is going with another Razorback push. 10 Razorbacks coming in. sorry, 8 Razorbacks coming in. They're going to be fighting against 2+ Shivas and some T2 units. Doesn't look like there's snipers or anything, so this is going to be a rough fight. Taking some good splash though from the Shivas and backing out.
Accidentally backing into the rocket where the rockets were landing.
But they aren't
really,
dead, which means they can be repaired, and that's good enough.
Rostov's done really well to go and help out Daoshi Bag, and now we've got Daoshi Bag that's being, I don't know, given maybe a whole bunch of these Karganath. Having said that, a lot of attention's been taken off of Salanax's base. And as such, they have lost all their unit production. They've got a backup eco on the hill, something we always advise.
We do love that backup eco, but losing the frontline position is always a problem because it lets you stage into the hill, and you never want the peasants staging into the hill.
You need more labs. You need more T3 labs, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
So much metal.
Where is that illegal EMP?
Why are you not building anything?
Is it? Is there an illegal EMP? Or
I
is
was
it
just
Thors?
in chat, but
Because there are Thors down the bottom.
yeah.
Let
I'm
us
following
know.
the pings, but I cannot find it. If it is an issue, do pause and help us find it, so that we can get rid of it. Because we do not want economies, and we do not want production or defenses EMP'd. Oh dear. Oh dear, we just caught that. Rob the Madman on the high ground with a Vanguard has just taken out most of the conversion and build power of Rustox. One lone Vanguard, the Madman. That's going to slow Rustox down nicely. That's going to give everyone in this bottom a chance. Though, not so much, because Tank Tom has sent his Fury down. Or is that Potato? That is, Potato has sent his Fury down and has cut off a lot of this bottom right-hand corner. It looks like the Kings are going to get into a position where the entire right-hand side of the map is going to be taken out. The peasants really need to bust in and find their damage sooner rather than later, because we know exactly what happens when half the map is taken out. All the Kings that were forced to fight there will suddenly swing their mass over.
I think, Tom, I reckon you need to turn that lab back on and just bust out the Juggernauts.
Yeah, I thought it was just producing units.
Well, I think that was favoritism. Oh man, on the left-hand side,
he's been away for so long. He needs the help.
Yeah,
On the handheld.
On the top left-hand side, really cool idea out of LoveWiz and X90. They have gone spiders to go over the wall. Unfortunately, the first few they sent across in a stream, which has allowed for Frank to get his defenses over here. If you're going to do this strat, come over in a large amount, because this was totally undefended, and the first few spiders got big shots off. You can see the craters from where they got shots off.
This is so funny watching the all the bullets from the catapults land onto Frank's base. He's like, WTF.
WTF, mate.
It just looks like space missiles coming down, because the time they reach their trajectory, they just end up falling vertically.
So what's happening here is they're targeting the tops of the cliffs, and by targeting the top of the cliff, the rockets will fire further than the game thinks they can, and they run out of momentum and just start falling down.
Tom just donated so many Kagi out the top right there. Tell us when you're going to make a fall of yourself so that we catch it. No spam to help those out.
Oof.
But what are you doing with the rest of your army?
I need to work out what's actually up here is my problem.
The answer is
dying.
Just enough to stop you at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh man, Karganeth's on the top left-hand side, getting pretty danger close with the economy of Thule. Unfortunately, they're targeting the wrong things and allowing for extra shots and extra units to come in. I think they're just about to grab that build power, and they're going to start threatening those fusions, but the build power is going to slow down production for Thule, which is going to slow down the ability to defend. Maybe we'll see some cracks in the armor just there. Bottom of the map, it does look like Daoshi has been mostly eliminated at this point. And it does look like Thule is having a lot of, sorry, Rustox is having a lot of trouble keeping the build power running and the economy running, but getting plenty of units still, because a lot of them are those T1 pounders. So still managing to keep a large volume of units. Army right now 5% in favor of the Kings, which is pretty crazy to see.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty funny. Daoshi's left his commander doing nothing there. These vanguards might see it when they run into it, and if a commander detonates with vanguards amongst it, I'm pretty sure the vanguards might die.
Are they? If it's a self D, I think it is, but I don't know if it's
Why is
com
he not
D.
degunning the
But
Titan?
he's about to get some good old D guns. Does go down right there to the cost of about, I think that was
Titan
5 or
is
6
almost in the
vanguards.
middle.
Oh,
It's
Oh my
found the bulwarks.
Yeah, that's look, I talk about bulwarks as not being the answer, but when the economies are high enough now that you can build them in just a couple of seconds, yeah, they're a pretty good answer. They're a pretty good answer when you have enough of them.
You're going that
Oh,
way.
you just lost all your build power. Put some spacing in between it.
And the problem is that I've got no unit cap. It's not something I was expecting to run out of.
Got to get rid of that wind, got to get rid of the T1 conversion, got to swap up to more expensive units.
Now these vanguards, they would be smart to just target fire now that they've seen the build power.
Oh my god, they're in range. They're in range of the Aphis, of Rustox's Aphis. But they're not, but they've moved away from it. They're moving into the Karganeth. I mean, I guess they are moving away from the Juggernaut, but, you know, they're kind of in a tough position as is. Oh my god, what are they
This could
firing
be
at?
Rostock's. Has he seen it? He hasn't seen it yet. Oh, he's just seen it. He's just seen an Aphis. They just need to target fire the Aphis now.
He target fired the ground, but not the Aphis that's in player vision. I don't understand that strat, but you know, I guess it is what it is.
Fringe,
all
what are you
defense
doing?
is coming here. Oh, look, Psycho Pew Pew, really good attempt here, but has missed the mark, unfortunately, and lost all those vanguards. 4 shots coming over the hill. Are 4 shots enough to
Yes,
kill an
they will.
Aphis?
Easy.
No.
5.
5 shots to kill an
Oh,
Aphis. Boom! Nice chunk of economy taken out right there. You know what? I'd trade those Aphis for that economy, because that's going to take all the pressure off of this bottom of the map. This is now one of the win conditions for the Kings right here. So for the Peasants right here. And right now, bit of a rough engagement here, Tank Tom. Having to fight against 1 million Titans, and unfortunately does not get the self-D off, which means that the Titan Vanguard is now coming at Tank Tom. He does have plenty of stuff to deal with it, though, and plenty of build power to build the right stuff to deal with it. But,
Tank Tom's sending his
units
other
backwards.
units backwards, including multiple Juggernauts, which he kind of needs on his front line right now.
It is
It was
what
more that
it
we had.
is.
It was getting real close on the other side at the time.
You should probably finish your lane first.
Yeah, I know I'm fighting on too many fronts. But
That's alright. That one Juggernaut should be quite. Those
Just
sorry, those 2
Don't
Juggernauts
do what
should
we
be
saw
quite
not
strong.
to do last game. You don't send the Juggernaut back to your base to die in your base.
Yes, and you've got a second one, so you
Self
should
D,
be
yeah,
alright.
that's it. That's
Nice
the way to do it.
early control
Probably a
D
little
on that
bit-
one.
probably a
Should
little bit
be
late.
pretty close. I reckon you're just gonna miss out on the. Yep.
Yeah, I did.
But that's actually about the time that I would have picked for it too. Unfortunately, he just got the surround and the extra little bit of damage there, but it's pushed the attack back, and now you've got that T1 wave, which is going to prevent anything from coming through.
I love what Potato's doing right now. He has got a patrol command around his T3 production facility, on the very right-hand side of the map, outside of his base. And they're just circling around the T3 lab. That's just near Tank Tom's.
Yep, keep that safe. There you go. Anyone who wants to try and sneak an invisible tank in, I'd love to see that. That'd be amazing. All right, left-hand side, the Karganeths are
Resbots, Tom.
finally cleaning up its all of those energy storages. They're quite tanky, but they're finally going down. The classic story of, wow, never mind. He has 15 more of them on the hill. I mean, I don't know what to say about this, but, you know, if it works, it works, I guess. Until it doesn't. But those Karganeths are coming in force. Can Pharmacist defend up here? Can Tank Tom defend? Can Daoshi defend? Because all those Kargis are coming up. My big question is, Kargis, is it worth even bothering killing these hardened energy storages when there are juicier targets around? This is going to take a long time to bust through, and I don't think it's worth it. And it's going to group all the units up too. It has enough energy to de-gun a few thousand times. Oh, come on, come on,
getting
come
these
on.
D-guns.
Come on.
Oh, there's Aphis right behind you.
I know. Oh, no. No, go down the hill. Go down the hill. Find the Aphis. Find the Aphis stack. Go, 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 go. There's so much here against you. Just keep going. Just keep going. The Aphis is right there. You found the Aphis. You can do it.
Are you
Target
seeing
one
it?
thing. Please, 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 please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Big boom. Yes.
That's it.
Oh man, it never gets old. It never gets old watching an Aphis stack go off when it's like with like only a fraction of unit left.
They were waiting. They were waiting. Cobalt Moon, Sick, a few others just marching everything in now. There are a few Thors. Get those EMPs out if you can, Mr. Franks.
Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Tank Tom has to fight on
His
the front,
base.
and he's got units coming in so close and
Potato
scary
is
behind
sending
him.
all those Razorbacks. This is actually fantastic.
Oh my god, it's gonna be walking into defensive Juggernauts, and these are not units that are good at killing Juggernauts. What would you do with this, Twig? Would you try and get on the hill, or would you try and kill Tank Tom?
What's the vision that this player has? Yeah, I'd be going to Tank Tom, to be honest. Just given that I don't have the vision if I'm that player.
Yeah. And also you can feel the hurt coming down the hill as well. But I mean, the other thing is, this attack, all it has to be is a diversion. On the left-hand side, triple Jug out of Sick coming up towards the middle of the map. They do seem to be...
You rookie. You've pulled back your Juggernauts from the push from the top right. Right when Potato sent everything up there, so
it was that I saw that there was a bunch of dead stuff, and I wasn't looking particularly hard.
Potato almost gets in. He's found an Aphis, the same Aphis that's died once before. Oh no, but it just got targeted off.
Oh man.
Oh, he changed his target.
Does look like that push in the at the top has been quelled. But triple Juggernaut walking up the hill right now, and all the defenses went to the top instead of to the top left. These guys have a clear path right now. Oh man, bottom of the map, we've just had a massive explosion from for Daoshi. Not sure what grabbed that one. Might have actually even been the Behemoth shooting something small. But Juggernauts.
Hope they split. Where is the commander? Where is the closest comm? It is Pharmacist comm. And
why is he pulling them back? Why is Silk pulling the Juggernauts back?
See, this is the guy that wouldn't leave the middle of the map. I just must add, wouldn't leave the middle of the map at the start of the game.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All that has to happen is that those units need to walk in, but it's not even going to matter because the Fringes Titans are going to do the job for those Juggernauts. Oh man, Bulwark's here to defend.
I don't know if they're actually going to get in. There is quite a bit of
damage. There's a lot of
shielding. He's
oh
seen
yeah.
He's seen the Aphis.
The Juggernauts are moving again. There we go. There we go. The Juggernauts are coming. That is the build power going down.
Pharmacist comm is not invisible. He's not
no,
invisible.
Pharmacist, your comm should be invisible by default.
All kings should be.
Oh my god. And that is going to be... So that plus 45% bonus, Twig, do you think it was enough?
I think it was enough. I think bar IQ of some of our kings. Maybe wasn't enough.
I'll pay that one. There were definitely not the best calls. We had fantastic play out of the right hands, out of most of the kings, but a couple of holes have made a big difference. And now the kings massively on the back foot, 300% economy bonus. And even though Tank Tom did his absolute damnedest when he gets gutted from behind, there is only so much you can do. Oh man, I actually genuinely thought the Kings had it, but Oodles just kept hanging on and on and on and on and never let Tank Tom get out of his zone. Just absolutely locked him up. I wonder if this game would have been quite different if Potato had swung up first before swinging down, so then they could have been a 2v1.
What's unfortunate is Potato sent all his behemoths south and all his Razorbacks north.
Yep.
If it was the opposite way around, I reckon Tom would be swinging around to help the top left.
Yep. But at the end of the day, all of this is judgment calls, and it is you don't know. We have the benefit of full vision, but it does not. But the players don't. And on top of that, we have the benefit of making analysis based off of seeing what worked and what didn't. So really well played though out of the Kings. They've done a fantastic job pushing out, claiming nearly half of the map, but unfortunately the peasants have just been able to super eco in the top left hand corner and in the bottom left hand corner, which has led to an overwhelming amount of force. Once the Kings start breaking through, once peasants start breaking through, it becomes very hard for the Kings to survive.
Holy moly, I can't quite see the stats, but it looks like Oodles is either top or second top damaged out on the whole map.
Nice.
And just like that, there is just about no more king presence on that hill.
Very little indeed.
Just these few Aphis over here. And Avalons.
Got my com killed. It was better than I thought it was.
Alright, Tank Tom with one of the 3 last comms in the King's side. Comms trying
Thank you for the anonymous gift of a sub, whoever you are. Really appreciate those.
Like Love Purple has received the anonymous sub, so thank you very much for that. Thank you both to the gifter as well as Purple for joining us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, peasant victory on Krakatoa with a 45% bonus. That's exciting. That is very exciting. Newt, newt, everyone.
Peasants.
Newt, newt. All
Hey,
right,
Tom doing really well for his first day back. First game on the new PC. Well done.
Yeah, boys. Let's have a look at Tank Tom's damage through the game. You can see that red line spiking. Then it got taken over at the bottom of the map. All those pounders kicking out damage, but man, that was a hectic game. Very well done, peasants and kings alike. One of the things to note though, look at the massive deviation of economies out of the kings. That's the difference between having the secondary bases building on the high ground. So very nicely done, peasants, but man, those are some big peasant lines. All right, if you're watching this one on YouTube, which I'm pretty damn sure you will be, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Thanks for hanging out to the end. If you played with us in game or watched us live, thank you for joining us. We're going to jump into the next game.
Check us out on Twitch as well. We stream most nights on normal games.
All right. Well, we set up the next one. Let's have a look at what's been going on in chat. It looks like we've had quite the dance party up here. We've got people calling for a peasant's win. Bar should change explosion rate, radius, and damage for invisible units or ticks. Little tick explosion. Could you destroy a wind? That'd be pretty interesting, though I do think that would be crazy unbalanced for PvE, because you could just, even if they destroy the tick near a wind, it would just be the end of the wind. Newt enough arbiters for peasants. I agree. The peasants definitely can use arbiters wedged up against those cliffs to deal massive damage. No one's taken out the top left king yet. That did take a while, but the peasants did get it in the end. Krakatoa says boom. Big bot, big good. Obviously, I agree. Actually, I do love the Juggernaut. It just costs so much. Just costs so much. Are players able to use transports? No, there is no air switched on. Using it, yes, there is a mod. Somebody does have a mod or a tweak or something which lets you transport and toss APHIS. Man, I would love to do a game mode on April Fools or something which just allows transports to do that. That'd be awesome.
Come back next April.
And
And speaking of transport, if you guys at any point want to transport yourselves over to that follow button on both ours or the Beyond All Reason official channel, that button's right next to that screen, that chat there. Thank you for Potato. Thank you for the Prime sub, mate. Thank you very much. And if you want to check out Potato's plays, he's on most nights with me as well in the unranked games.
Very nice. Zerom loves this format, so do we. That's why we keep coming back every single week. You can even when you're contributing just to a part of the map as a peasant, you do your bit. Especially like I just want to give massive props to Oodles in that previous game. Holding that corner effectively solo and preventing Tom becoming a force multiplier is probably one of the things that allowed the Kings to fully be overtaken. That was awesome. Oodles has been a MVP or close to in every game I've seen him play in the last month. Just fantastic. Leo Nerd, hey, Newt. The sound effect is much louder than the commentary. We might want to adjust that. All right, we'll bear that one in mind. Twig, we'll have to test that one out. How are our volumes today, by the way? Because I've been adjusting Twig and Tank Top up and up and up for the recordings. Hopefully they're starting to balance out.
Go over to Stream Elements now and drop those volumes again.
Oh, look, Tank Tom nearly managed to buy his way to a victory, but unfortunately the new PC did not result in a first one. And finally, Potato, I'm finally up to your sub announcement. Thank you for subbing 7 months streak. Newt, we super appreciate you. We appreciate you coming and playing with Twig every night. He gets very lonely, so we appreciate that very, very much so, and we appreciate the sub a lot. Alrighty, I think we're getting pretty close to kickoff. We have 57 players for Raptors. Question is, Twig, are you gonna... Oh no, wait, there's already 9 kings. Haha. Did that 42 bonus come from Psycho's tool? That's the question.
I'm not on that. I'm just trying to change the settings, but it does look a little bit low at 42.
Let us chuck those ones in and use that tool really quick, because I desperately need to get a drink of water anyway, so we'll be just a moment. Official channel's a little quiet compared to the AllReasonNoLogic. That's super weird. Oh wait, well, actually, it's not that weird because we're 2 different people broadcasting. Why am I quiet? I can tweak it up a teeny bit. Hopefully that does a little something. We'll see. I've just gone up by another half decibel, so hopefully that works. King Jaos, for April Fools, all the rules removed. Maybe not. We might add a bunch of wacky and crazy ones. Who knows? Maybe we'll start every player king and peasant with an APHIS. You never know what we'll do.
Feel like we've
Bonus
got
is
two spots.
recommended at 55. Oh, two kings left. Never mind. We do need 2 more kings now. Pharmacist, I do believe you were a king last game, I think. That might be why.
I've dropped all the sounds from 8% to 3%, so God, I don't know how much lower I can go. I do actually, I can go 3 more percent. I don't know why Stream Elements has such a loud input into OBS, sorry guys. I wonder if I could actually change it in OBS. Didn't think of that.
That
How
looks
many
like we have a
players are we
team.
up to? 61 players. Jesus.
Yeah, the bonus should be 52 is probably all right. Good turnout,
Alrighty.
guys. Thanks to everyone that does participate in those. It's the right while we're back every week, and now nearing on 2 years come October, depending on when Tank Tom is at home versus away. We'll probably be doing a 2-year event, similar to last year where we got a bunch of the bar devs on board for some interviews during games. We also had a devs versus everyone. Try and tee up something similar. Maybe a streamers versus everyone this year. Get some of the big names from the bar community. All right, so now somebody else is going to have to follow or subscribe to see if that alert is any quieter.
J Frost has asked, when he reaches 100k channel points, can he redeem it for a plus 100 bonus in one game? That is a very interesting. There's a very interesing question.
I am going to add that. That's a great. I reckon it's depends on the map. It would have to be. It'll have to be for like a silly weekend where maybe it's like you and us versus everyone on 100.
Yes.
So like 4 versus 100.
That is a great idea, Twig. Whenever we do the us versus the world, if you can redeem 100,000 channel points to get in on it, and that gives you the plus 100 bonus. How does that sound?
Yeah, J Frost. I'm just curious. What is your current channel points? What are you at?
$167,000 is what Psycho's ad looks like. 198,000 for J Frost. All right.
Maybe I'll have to put it a little bit higher. Nah,
Yeah,
100's good. But
I'm gonna quickly grab a drink. I'll be back.
All right, before this one starts, Corona 172,000. Very nice. I reckon that's just about the highest. I'm at 160 on my own channel. So you're beating me. Three-minute hydration break is smart. Mine's a another cough lolly break. Actually, I'll be coughing next weekend because the throat's just sore this week. If only Tom did all the talking instead of trying to figure out what to build first, mechs or wind.
Obviously, it's max. You're not going to bottom out your energy straight up.
You could probably do multiple mexes before bottoming out with this bonus. Your commander's bringing in an extra 50-something%. 117 watch streak out of Psycho Pew Pew. That is a valiant effort. We really appreciate it, mate, as well. And everyone that jumps in here regularly.
That is crazy, guys. Between the three of you, that's nearly 400,000. That's more than 400,000 channel points. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Let's I think at
You
some
be dragging
point we
these
should...
nuts.
Leonard Leonard plays with us, so he's not been racking up the points. That's
Yeah,
all
I
right.
wonder what.
We,
I wish there was a play streak because I reckon Leonard
Yeah.
will be up there in the
Yep.
hundreds.
1 million. Okay, King Jaos has actually had a pretty good idea. If somebody spent 1 million channel points that game, the peasants get a plus 15 bonus.
Wouldn't it be better, like, drop me an APHIS at the 1 second mark for 1 million channel points?
Oh, that would be disgusting.
Oh, yes.
Actually, you know what? Unlimited resource APHIS.
No,
that's
that's
too much.
too
That's
No,
much.
that's too far.
much.
1 second APHIS.
A 1 second APHIS.
So that pretty much
1
means that
million
you can be
channel
building
points.
Titans at the 10-minute mark. And
feel like
makes
it'd be-
for a good video.
Battle started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an interesting iteration of King of the Hill on Raptor Crater, where we seem to have ruins on. That's going to spawn disproportionately in favor of the kings. Let's see how it goes. Oh my
I've
god,
seen
there's
some-
an APHIS top left-hand corner for Aluminium Forger. There's an APHIS.
Oh
It's
my
right
God.
above Hull and Hilly.
No.
What are the chances that they don't see that?
Oh my
Up there.
god, it's good. That's crazy.
Tank Tom's actually got... Actually, it's not even Tank Tom. It's Swordfish has a T3 wind turbine in
What?
their lane. They
Oh my
produce a good
god.
79 and 70 something energy each.
Right
And
now,
what else we got? There's a fusion for Avalons.
oh my god, this is gonna be interesting, and it is so disproportionately King's favored.
I
Unless
don't know, that APHIS could really do something.
Yeah,
If they
and-
find... The Fringe actually will get there first. Someone
Oh, the
say
Fringe-
Fringe walk north.
the Fringe has
You
got
are
it.
wasting your time.
Oh,
Just tell the
no.
Fringe to walk north. Fringe, if you can hear me in game because you're watching, just scribble on the map where your player is.
Oh man, he's walking. He's gonna find it. He's definitely gonna find it. Question is, does he?
I'll
If
get
he
me some
shoots
res
that
box
defensive
now.
gauntlet, will it start shooting back? That's the big question.
Surely
Okay,
he
it
sees
doesn't
this.
look like he automatically shoots the gauntlet. Man,
He's gonna see it and be like, "Fuck yeah!" He's like, "What the fuck?" That was a 0.01 second reaction
Oh
to.
my god, Com going to go crazy. Capturing. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, this is turning into a very different game to planned, and I am so here. I am so here for it. Kings, we normally focus a lot on you in the first 10 minutes, but today this is the Fringe show. Does it cost energy to capture?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh,
Oh, he
can
does
I
have
only
enough
capture
energy to
those?
do it. Man, this is going to be a 3-minute APHIS.
Man, I'm gonna put an audio alert on him capturing that.
Please tell me we have the like Zelda level up sound or something.
I'm just gonna guess. There's one called Dramatic, so it's gonna get that.
All right, while that's going on, ladies and gentlemen, we're identifying that there are advanced metal extractors in the middle of the map, and there is plenty of metal to reclaim. Man, Bear, Pig, going for that T2, going to grab that T2 extractor in the middle. Question is, with all this stuff in the middle, are the players... Tank Tom has air.
What?
Tank Tom gets air. He's
How-
capturing a hive.
Yeah, but I can't use them.
Yeah, you can.
It's on the thing.
Yeah, no, it's a turret.
That's going to be hard to defend against.
Can't you just? Why aren't you just capturing the actual turret instead of
Well, yeah, I don't know. Look, he's got the
Self-destructed.
thing, and it's just gonna spit.
I didn't know you could capture the drones. That's awesome. Total waste of time, but it's awesome. All right, Tank Tong with drone defenses. Can
Yeah,
they
you
even
could have just
deploy?
captured the whole thing.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
He now has defensive air. That's crazy. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. I don't know if you can tell. The Fringe, 90% of the way there. You know, interestingly enough, oh dear, what has happened to that list? There we go. Interestingly enough, not the earliest APHIS that we've seen. And there we go, the Fringe with the APHIS up at the 5 or so minute mark. 4 minutes 30, there we go, I've fixed the friends list, the player list. That's going to spill across into basically everyone for a while and power a lot of economy for the entire team. Kings, on the other hand, though, been reclaiming things nicely. The economies are running well, but they are only at 400 eco at the 5 minute mark. I'm not seeing any fusions in the middle of the map just yet. And good call there, eating the catalyst. We like that. We like that a lot. That's going to be a juicy 1200 metal in the bank, except so that's going to help Ice Cube very much so. Avalon's got the cloaked...
He's got the fusion.
The cloaked fusion.
Too bad he
5
can't transport that. We were talking about transporting Aphises before.
Would have been nasty.
But he can convert that pretty quickly into some more eco. Fusion coming up for Man Bear Pig, the natural way in the middle. Economies are quite far ahead.
Mm-hmm. I fear whichever corner the Fringe focuses on. That is going to be a very, very... That economy could scale very, very hard. Interestingly, still building wind. Is generating 3,600 energy and still building wind.
That is interesting.
I would like to see conversion.
He's just...
He
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do
Where's
with
the brain going? I'm just gonna play some elevator music because it's suitable.
Oh, looks like yep, I see that. Is that you, Tank Tom, grabbing those ones? Nice, very nice. Gotta make sure we're not building those defenses too deep in. Oh my god, it's I can hear the music.
Yeah, so can I.
Everyone can. New tool.
What is this blasphemy?
Nice. Very cool. All right. Man Bear Pig, he's stopped building with one of his T2 constructors. All of his... Oh no, half of his mechs are still not T2. APHIS going down, though. T2 build turrets going down. Plenty of time still. 7 minutes in at the match. 52% bonus is strong with all this extra metal. We're seeing Avalon going into the APHIS first. Douchi going into the regular fusion reactor, but it does look like we're seeing double APHIS in the middle of the map as a starter. Nice, nice, nice. Economy is sitting right now. Peasants ahead by about, depends on reclaim, but around about 50%.
Cannot get, why is the Fringe building wind? Do you reckon that was meant to be converters?
I think it may have meant to have been converters, yeah. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's helped the team a lot. That overflow has actually been very helpful for a lot of players. You can see wind has been down across the board, so that extra 2,000 to 3,000 that's been pumped in, done a nice amount. And at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you're getting that scaling right, because with an APHIS, you could either choose to scale or to absolutely massively overwhelm with T1 at the 10-minute mark. Could you imagine APHIS into like into incisor production? Oh man, oh man. Very nice. Very nicely done. All right. So we've got 2 minutes left. Peasants in a decent spot right now. Kings, a couple of lack of defensive lanes. Ice Cube definitely limited on defense, but minute and 30 left is plenty to build that one. I am worried about Swordfish's lanes though. Swordfish is building the defenses right back at his base. That opens up Daoshi and it opens up Tank Tom to being absolutely slaughtered. However, Tank Tom's got pretty limited defenses at the moment as well. Limited economy too, only the one fusion on a 52% bonus. Tank Tom, did you spend too much time trying to work with the new ruins?
Yeah, I think that kind of messed me up, but that's alright. We are gonna...
Got to get into that unit production and be ready because who knows, maybe there's stuff coming, maybe there's not. We'll never know. Oop. What have we got there?
Resume, I've deleted it.
Okay, no worries. That is sorted. Very good. So, ladies and gentlemen, just going to make sure that you do not attack before the 10-minute mark, and try to build those defenses far enough back that you're not zoning onto enemy bases. That one there is definitely illegal as well. Let us get rid of that. All right, that is taken care of. Thanks for picking those ones out, ladies and gentlemen. Just try and make sure that defenses stay defensive. All right, the Fringe, what is your plan? Ooh, 10-minute snipers. I like it. Those are going to be so rough to deal with. Oh man, I don't think the Kings have had to deal with 10-minute snipers out of peasants before, so I do like that. I do like that a lot. Alright, 10 minutes has elapsed. It does look like the very first attack to hit is going to be on the top left-hand side. We do have blitzers that are coming into Oratab, into those twin guards. Not a lot of twin guards yet, and the Scorpions running a little bit late. I actually reckon these blitzers are going to get in.
The right-hand side, just, yeah.
Oh god, yeah, right-hand side just with ticks. Those things are in and about. This is why the defenses back at the base are no good, because now you've got Daoshi who's going to get annihilated. Pounders here to defend, though. Nicely done. Units, though, pouring in from the top right. Oh, in fact, quite a lot at the top right. Tank Tom's having to deal with units. So is Oratab. Oratab, though, the Pounders dealing with it. Tank Tom should be the same. Bottom of the map, big attack coming in from Inexorable Raven and Dominus behind. Really good, taking out the defenses just there. We now have the blitzers that are starting to make their way through. Snipers and welders pushing through on the next lane as well. King's in trouble. King's genuinely in trouble. They've punched through most of the defenses here for Nautilus, and it is T2 backing up T1. The T1's already inside. The Hounds getting into the base. Snipers getting some damage on only 3 snipers though, so it's going to be, I think there's enough now here to defend it. Really good attempt though. If a couple more players had come through, like what's happening right now with the T1 just that little bit earlier, I think it would have been a push straight into the Kings, but Kings defending it. Nicely done. The power of the Pounder in the top of the map. Tank Tom, fantastic defense right there.
Just realized the Fringe's commander was a /take where he got that APHIS.
Yes, it was.
He has another base on that hill, which
yes,
has all the units. Okay, so the criticism of building the wind now has an answer.
Alrighty, it does look like this attack has slowed down a bit on the bottom left. The Peasants' 10-minute push has not managed to break in anywhere. No invisible tanks have snuck in. Oh, ticks in the middle of the map. They're not doing anything though. Inexorable Raven, what have you done? You could have won the game, but no. The hero Stout of Avalon has taken the ticks' life. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. One more tick in the base though. Could grab them. What is it? Oh no. Why? Why Inexorable Raven? Another tick goes into the gloom of nothing when it was in the right place at the right time. No. Oh dear. Oh well, these are the things which happen. Looks like we've got Arbiters firing into the high ground.
Oh, that is not what I meant to build. But anyway.
In front of Daoshi Bag's base. Managing to get some damage on the high ground. Kings counter pushing, but Bottom of the map, Mass T1 coming in on the Fringe and Dominus's lane. They've found the Welders, they've found the Hounds. They're taking a lot of damage. Dominus looks like he's going for some D-guns right here. Can he sneak through though? No, he's been spotted. And those snipers are going to take a hefty chunk out. Manages to kill the snipers, but kills all of the T1 too. Ouch. Very ouch. And now the Mammoths are here to close this one off. Kings have held the early game for now. And they've done all of this while Manbear Pig has not had to assist anyone, and Manbear Pig is up to 6 APHIS with a 7th on the way. Build power coming out of the wazoo, 600 metal per second. King's economy ahead. Actually, not yet. King's economy not yet ahead, but it is catching up fast. Very well pushed out of the peasants, but not well enough to cause an economic deficit. Now it is going to be the slow game, the mid game, as we get ready for those T2 pushes. Ladies and gentlemen, top left hand side, as we have T1 units pushing into Oratab. Please don't do this. Only send the stream of T1 if you have an objective. It's just pointless running a whole bunch of grunts into a mammoth. It's not going to do anything. And wait, like, work out siege attacks and things. I get the push idea,
Rob?
but
is this Rob? This is Rob.
Oh man, but it's only one.
I think if you got taken out.
Still getting the scouting information. The scouting is valuable. It might pay dividends in the future. Just get as much information as you can.
He needs to go around a corner and get out of the line of sight of
everything. But even if it doesn't manage to get the damage done, it's going to get. Oof. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Still lots of information gained. The peasants now have a scout on the king, so if they can get anything missile-wise in range, they can do a lot of damage. As I was looking at the top left, just before all of that, this is what I was talking about. All those thugs didn't even. They killed what, like 4 or 5 pounders. Gotta be efficient with your unit usage. Oh
pretty
man.
tightly locked match. Kings are in the middle, peasants are on the outside.
J Frost making his way in with the arbiters and the snipers, just punching bit by bit, about to be intercepted by Horloff's large number of grave robbers. Avalon's Avalon's got a comm out there. I think it's a reclaim. I think it's a res
wow.
comm.
Horloff has so many mammoths. 13.
Yeah.
They will take out all of this stuff.
And Razorback's here to defend against the T1. Snipers just need to get the damage on as they get. Oh my god, what was that?
I told that guy. Yeah, I just told this guy that if he used it, he'd lose his base.
For the mammoths.
No, the EMPs just came out of. He's using him again. Alright.
The EMPing those mammoths is legit though, isn't it?
That's how's that not offensively?
It's not targeting structures, it's targeting units.
It doesn't matter. It's in the king's base. We don't allow arbiters to shoot. I mean, sorry, persecutors to shoot into the middle of the map. That is the definition of being using.
Yeah, that's. I guess that's fair. That's fair. Good idea though. Alrighty, arbiters have managed to make their way out, but the snipers have not, and they're being counter-sniped now. So those are gonna be. That push has essentially been massively slowed down. The mammoths mostly surviving that EMP, only a couple going down, and they are getting rezzed. I actually really like this strat that Horloff is using, going mammoths with a large amount of grave robbers to continuously res them over and over again. That's nice. That's nice. And triple comm here as well. He does need to worry about his other entrants though. He's currently pushing one, but he's getting pushed on the other. Arbiters targeting the comm. Persecutors going down to defend. But the grunts should have just seen that one, and now it should be nice and targetable. Let's have a look at the player view. Yeah, it has been targeted. Com going to go down first. The defensive persecutor getting taken down afterwards. Taken down. 2 mammoths coming up to defend, so the arbiters are going to have to pull back. Kings mostly contained right up until we have Right until we have Hall off doing his massive mammoth attack.
Now,
ladies
Tom,
and
you've
gentlemen,
gone into a bunch of negotiators, but you've got catapults as well.
this is
Yeah,
why the
I accidentally
negotiators?
built T3. I
now
didn't mean to.
on this left-hand side. This is where the perfect place for EMPs would have been. These mammoths are nice and grouped up. There's comms coming in. EMPs would have been a massively good here to save those comms. The fringe, though, getting most of them. Same with whose comm was that? That was Itz's comm as well. The last ones should be cleaned up by these snipers and these arbiters, so it has been cleaned up. But yes, the ramp would have been a great place for those EMPs.
Getting a lot of damage there.
Alrighty, Kings moderately contained. We're seeing damage coming up, particularly Tank Tom with those catapults firing onto the high ground.
Can I
doing
give
good
Tom a
amount of
tip?
damage.
Very obviously what he needs. Or is that cheating?
I mean, I wouldn't at the moment, because I mean, look at the right-hand corner. They haven't worked in co-op, so you've got 2 players with decent eco
Yeah,
up
true.
there, but there's no units to defend here. So like, as soon as Tank Tom sort of finishes clearing through the defenses, it's just going to be open season. And on the right-hand side, Daoshi Bag coming up in mass with termites and Karganeths, just doing the damage. The peasants seem to just not have what they need to defend right now.
I Kill You for Fun has just taken 2 commanders, and I don't think he realised that it was next to a mammoth. They just both die on the left.
Oh dear. I mean, look, if you can't always get them all. King's in a pretty good spot, honestly. The early aggression out of the peasants didn't quite land, and now the Kings are doing well. The middle of the map has scaled massively, 1600 eco, and no threat in sight. So just pumping the T3 out, even overflowing to the rest of the players. This is going to be a lot of force bearing down on the peasants, and they need to work
both
out a
the
way
left
to
and the right
stem the
are out.
tide.
In a big way.
Nicely done by Love Wizard, really cutting off the front of that attack. Still a couple of termites coming, but all the Karganeths taken down and half the termites. The explosions from the fusions taking out most of the rest. Does look like the wind, though, nice and collected on this
What do
top.
we think about Swordfish? I just realised Tom's partner on his right has 3 pole stars that potentially took everything off of those hills.
Shield.
I mean, did they, or...
What
Top
else
of
took
the
this?
top of the hill.
Yeah, but what about the next hill around?
I haven't hit that one yet.
Yeah, nothing else took those out. I'm just gonna... Sorry, I'll only destroy them just so that they can reclaim the metal at least.
You gotta be
can
careful
let him
with
know.
what you use those offensive pulsars for, but shouldn't the
we
pulsars
just gotta-
only be dealing like 1 damage a hit?
They took all the... there were a whole bunch of tanks on that hill.
Fair enough. King's in a pretty good position right now. The sheer volume of economy is allowing for just almost unlimited T3 pushing. Co-op corners in the top left and the top right just not quite being able to match the pace with the large amount of aggression, and the frontline players not really being able to stop the aggression out of the...
That Aphis just died from the start of the game.
No. That was pretty cool, though. It looks like the Kings are really concentrating their force on the top of the map and are coming through and cleaning up in a pretty big way. Snipers getting a lot of damage on these Razorbacks. Thul's comm cleaning up some of them as well, slowing down the tide, but with the amount of production available in the middle of the map right now, it's going to take a concerted effort to push in and try to break something in the Kings. No Kings have really been broken just yet. and it means that we've got Titans pushing up in the bottom, Razorbacks on the left, Karganeths and Spiders on the right, and then Tank Tom shoving it right up the middle with the catapults as well. Really rough one for the peasants this time round. There is still hope. The bottom of the map does have a lot of the economy left. 2,500 economy for the peasants side. They just need to find that one way in. Unfortunately, a lot of units being spent right now to not a lot of value. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streams of ticks just pouring in with nothing really behind them dealing damage. So definitely a cost. Left side of the map about to lose the full corner here. The last couple of Razorbacks just finding
What happened to all your catapults, Tom?
Just finding those.
They got found by some units.
That's what I was going to say. You had all long range, low health units with nothing really chunky in front of them and no spam to give them vision. Now that you've lost them all,
it does look like the top corner, the top right corner is going to be potentially the next to fall. The demons there, which is a really good defense, but unfortunately for the Kings, the Karganeths got their shots off and managed to destroy all the build power and conversion, which means that this is going to be a very long ETA for T3 units. Next wave coming through right now, hopefully going to start pushing damage onto the next player up. Unfortunately for Tank Tom though, he's walked all of his catapults in range of a demon, and they are taking a lot of damage from it. That demon has just taken out 4 catapults and is probably going to get at least the 5th one here, potentially even more. Devastating losses, but Spiders have been left free. They're moving forward. They're in range of the build power. Build power is healing very, very quickly, but it is not enough against this. That's the first bank destroyed. Unfortunately, they're not on a move command or a fight command going forward, which means that the demon's going to take them out reasonably quickly, and they don't have very quick DPS to take out that Aphis, which is in front. I do reckon the Kargi is going to die before it can take out the Aphis, but it does get the build power, which means no more T3 anytime soon.
Pity about the Swordfish Rovers. They're just sitting there next to all the eco, doing absolutely nothing on the top right. Literally sitting in the base. Top can pick it.
There we go. They're finally in, and the demon's going to do all the damage for them. Demons are so strong, but they are also so bad sometimes. Tank Tom losing another wave of catapults walking up the cliff. 5 mammoths just absolutely annihilating everything that he's sending up. Not even the Razorback is having a good time. But around the map, the Kings have managed to push out very, very extensively. Because the player in the middle was able to essentially scale uninterrupted, they have come to play with a ungodly amount of units. Combine that with every other king doing reasonably well, and you end up with a very rough start. Now, I don't blame the peasants for this one. The Kings did have quite an advantage with the amount of ruins available to them, but they also, I think everything was quite chaotic for the first half of the game, with everybody changing up their default strategies to try and get those ruins early, maybe to their detriment. Still,
It was just really a big distraction.
yes, it was interesting though. It was a bit of fun. The last 2 corners are going to be reasonably hard to break, because we do have, these are very defensible. There's a lot of pulsars, there's a lot of vanguards. We've even got Zars at the front defending this. It's going to take a while to punch through, but I do think that the rest of the map has fallen. The King's economy is currently 100% in favor. Peasants still sitting at around about that 2,500 to 3,000 metal income, which is pretty crazy considering that over half the map is basically destroyed. But really well done out of all the kings that got aggressive. You identified the lack of aggression. You scaled just to the point where you could build better units than what your opponents were having, and then you attacked in at the right places, not necessarily at your own ramp. So this was really well played out of the kings, and an interesting way to test the ruins on it. We were not expecting that one.
Yeah, kind of just saying in the comments about 42 bonus that he originally picked would have been right.
I mean,
I was
we
just
can't.
saying, yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah, we
that the
can't
runs were
balance
on.
against things we don't know are happening.
But I reckon that's something we can definitely consider adding in the future as well. The runes were quite an interesting start to the game, and leaves a little bit up to gambling, which a lot of people like to do.
I would like to see it on a map where it's more because so much of the map is centered around the kings. I would like to see a way to balance it a bit more, so more ruins land around the outside. I have no idea how the ruins settings work, though. It might even just be that Krakatoa's the map for ruins. Who knows?
The answer is just to place your commanders away from any place you want eco. But good luck coordinating that.
You can't expect people to coordinate that. It's out of everyone who's here, probably less than 50% are in communication, so it's very hard to balance around that. Still, Peasants doing a great job here of holding against the what feels like an inexorable tide. It's now 200% economy in favor of the Kings, and they currently have 200% army value in favor as well. It looks like Mammoths have been the play of the day today. We've been seeing a lot of Mammoths pushing up. They're definitely slow, but they're definitely chunky as well. So Tank Tom, you're going to be walking away from tonight with 1 win, 1 loss. How's that make you feel about the new computer?
He's just
I
happy
just
he can play
enjoyed
the
that
game
it's
again.
been running smoothly.
What is your frame rate right now?
117.
I have 7.
117 is very high. That would be the highest in the game.
All right.
Yeah, it's a much nicer experience than what it used to be.
The forces that be pressuring everywhere. The rows of pulsars and defensive rattlesnakes doing wonders against these termites, but the titans are skirting around the maximum range to try and get damage in. Team B4 is going to get some great D-guns on those titans. Oh my god. That group of what I think was 9 titans reduced down to 3, and the comm lives. Well, not so much. I think the catapults is gonna... Oh my god, the catapults didn't get it. He could grab the No. Nope. We need to see some vanguards or catapults to try and take over these defensive pulsar bastions. But the other half is it could just be the other side that falls, as we do have the termites and the Kargis getting in. They've taken the first bank of conversion. They've got the second one in their sights. Missile goes down. That is the conversion. The Aphis managed to live, but not with that much HP left. The Kargis right here won't be able to take it because of that pulsar, but plenty of pushing power. On the other side, we do have Zerom lining up for the D-guns. 1 Titan, 2 Titans, 2 Titans taken, and unfortunately that's not going to be enough to hold this entrance, as the Razorbacks and Titans with the tick support pouring up the ramp, and they're starting to see the damageable items right here. We're looking for that Aphis explosion, and we got it, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the big fall for the Kings on the bottom left hand side, as units can now pour straight in. No more defenses, no more units. Zars valiantly coming out as quickly as possible from Lloyd, but I don't think Zars are going to trade favorably with Titans and Razorbacks. Right hand side, I missed the explosion, but it does look like that was Tank Tom's catapult. Oh no, sorry, Dashy Bag's catapults firing up onto the high ground. Dangerous to put your defenses close to Aphis, and we're about to see the Aphis going down. Oh, what happened to the Aphis? It got reclaimed. They managed to reclaim the Aphis. That was pretty
Impressive.
cool. Yeah, that doesn't normally happen. All right.
If something's at less than 1% and you just happen to reclaim before the next
Yeah.
shot hits it.
Yep. Nicely done.
Commander destroyed.
Don't think it's going to make a difference, but always cool to see. But Kings finally managed to edge out a victory tonight, which is oh wait, no, Kings won the first one. So tonight it looks like it is going to be 2 king wins and 1 peasant win. That is a flip to what we normally see. But again, this one, really good job by the Kings identifying when to scale, when not to, and some of the lanes that could have been very heavily aggressed, unfortunately missed this game. Really good defense in the bottom left-hand corner, though. And that is GG, ladies and gentlemen. The last peasant com has been annihilated, and the Kings reign supreme.
The peasants were ruined by ruins.
Look at that economy right there for Man Bear Pig. Holy. Was already double the next best economy by about 16 minutes. Man. And then it just kept growing and growing and growing. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been King of the Hill. Hope that you have enjoyed this one. I think that's going to be it for us tonight, because we all have big days and big problems for the week to deal with. But we thank everyone who's joined us tonight. King Jaos for keeping the chat nice and lively. All of our regulars, all of our subscribers. Twig, you've got the correct list to pull that up. Let's re-thank all of the subs for tonight, because I cannot see them from the
Like
other
the scrolls
chat.
to see that, or is there an easier way to do it?
You might just have to. Don't we have that little bar thing that shows you all the activity for the night?
Oh, that scrolls. I'll just sit there and slowly read out one name every 5 seconds. Psycho pew pew.
All right. Hold on. Let me do it. All right. Zarom, thank you for gifting the sub to, I do believe that one landed on Star Pirate. J Frost, thank you for the 12-month streak. I Kill You for Fun for the 10-month streak. That one is the Hype Train. Stream Elements. An anonymous that gave I Love Purple a sub. We massively appreciate that. Potato, thank you for the 7-month streak as well. I do also believe that there are people with massive amounts of channel points, so thank you so much for joining us so often. Hope everyone has enjoyed tonight's King of the Hill. If I've missed anyone, I am sorry. I'm pulling all of this from the official channel with the shared chat, so I don't have the same resources. But it has been an absolute pleasure to stream for you tonight. We hope you've enjoyed King of the Hill. Leo Nerd, it is time for a PC upgrade so that you can join Tank Tom in the 117 Frames Club. Alrighty.
For some reason it's not clearing the settings. Maybe it is. I just have to put balance
Just
on.
taking a while. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave. We're gonna set the lobby up for a game, and we're gonna leave you there. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. If you're on our channel, follow. If you're on the official, do follow. Join the Discord. If this is your first time seeing Beyond All Reason, jump on over to the Beyond All Reason website. Download the game. It is free. And last little thing, Commanders Down Under is happening on October 25th in Sydney. Come on down and join us. Tickets available through the Discord. You'll find them on when you join the game. That's what that pop-up is. I do believe there's also a thing in the patch notes somewhere that you can
Quick
pull
one
that
for the
link from.
quick one for the game. Do people want the sea to be dry or not? Let us know in Twitch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it from me. Enjoy your night, and thanks for watching. Noot noot, everyone. Noot noot.
Right, there we go. It's going to be dry.
Beyond All Reason fans, welcome to King of the Hill by AllReasonNoLogic. Experience 2 or more teams facing off in epic scale warfare, where the Horde gang up on the Kings of the Hill. Kings start off with an economic bonus. They do their best to defend an onslaught after a no-rush timer expires. Test out your micro and defend against multiple players in variations of this game mode. Or be part of the masses. Team up with your allies to topple the throne in a glorious victory. AllReasonNoLogic, hosting King of the Hill lobbies, most Sundays. Join our Discord to be part of the action. See you in game, Commanders. Beyond All Reason fans, welcome to King of the Hill by AllReasonNoLogic. Experience 2 or more teams facing off in epic scale warfare, where the Horde gang up on the Kings of the Hill. Kings start off with an economic bonus. They do their best to defend an onslaught after a no-rush timer expires. Test out your micro and defend against multiple players in variations of this game mode. Or be part of the masses. Team up with your allies to topple the throne in a glorious victory. AllReasonNoLogic, hosting King of the Hill lobbies, most Sundays. Join our Discord to be part of the action. See you in game, Commanders. Beyond All Reason fans, welcome to King of the Hill by AllReasonNoLogic. Experience 2 or more teams facing off in epic scale warfare, where the Horde gang up on the Kings of the Hill. Kings start off with an economic bonus. They do their best to defend an onslaught after a no-rush timer expires. Test out your micro and defend against multiple players in variations of this game mode. Or or be part of the masses. Team up with your allies to topple the throne in a glorious victory.